title or whatever thing is. Just saying, all right, that's it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wahoo High School, home of the Warriors. A special welcome to our guests tonight from Auburn High School for tonight's Cleat Class C1 State Semifinals. The Trailblazer Conference and the Nebraska School Activities Association promote good sportsmanship by students, athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, ethnic, sexist, or other intimidating comments or actions directed at officials, students, athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated.
get this set up. Yeah. Get this on here. Saunders County Online and KWAB-FM welcome you inside of Wahoo High School in Wahoo for the 2024 NSAA State Football Championships. Tonight we have a semifinal matchup in Class C1. It's a matchup between the 10-1 Auburn Bulldogs and the undefeated 11-0 Wahoo Warriors. Welcome you inside the broadcast booth and the Wahoo Football Pregame Show. I'm Mike Klein. Joined tonight by my good friend John Herrera here in front of a very surprising semifinal matchup. The Auburn Bulldogs last week hanging tough with the Big Blue, the Ashland Greenwood Blue Jays, a 32-29 upset win, and they find themselves in the semifinal round, and Wahoo finds themselves hosting a game, I'm sure to a bit of a chagrin here tonight. And John Herrera,
that's right.
What a season it's been to remember for these Wahoo Warriors. Boy, they've just gone through everybody so far this year.
Yeah, it's been a terrific season, and we really thought we'd be in Ashland tonight. Am I live?
Yeah,
we really thought we'd be in Ashland tonight, and that was a big upset last week by Auburn holding on for that close win. And, Auburn's a team, I mean, they got a lot of tradition, Mike, and they've had a great season, only losing one game, and their one loss was to Ashland. They kind of got whooped in that one loss, but they avenged it at the right time of the year, won in the playoffs. I mean, they're only giving up 11 points a game, scoring 31, so they've had a pretty good season so far. They got a couple of players who are pretty tough rushing the ball. Their quarterback, Nixon Liguri, their running back, Brant Galizia, I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Yep.
It has been a potent combination, just about 200 yards a game out of those two. They're both 1,000-yard rushers. They've got a big line. They play pretty good defense, so that's the recipe if you're going to go deep in November in Nebraska when sometimes it's sleeting, sometimes it's sunny, who knows. But on a cold, blustery night, and it's not that cold tonight, but there's a little wind in the air. It's a good night for some physical fall November football tonight, and I think we got a great matchup for it.
Yes, we do indeed. A great night for football here. And on the other end, I mean, oh boy, the Wahoo football team combining for that full team effort. You just see all 11 guys out there combining. And this is a Wahoo team that's averaging over 50 points per game right now here. This Auburn team average about 30 points per game. And John, the way I see it, it seems like for me, this is going to come down to, can Auburn do what they do last week and find a way to stop this Wahoo offense from scoring?
Yeah, I think
that's what's coming down to.
That's the key matchup tonight. Can Wahoo stay on schedule? Can they get those first downs? Can Kip Brigham continue to be the playmaker? Noah Bodorski, Jace Kaminsky, those guys be playmakers. Can that line up front? They're facing a pretty good-sized line from Auburn, but can they make those blocks? Can they get those gaps open? And can Kip and guys like Caden Kristen and Landon Fye make plays on the edge? Josh Fox, Eli Shada, who's been kind of a sleeper target of recent time, big tight end with big hands. Can they put some pressure on that Auburn defense and maybe get a couple of guys out of the box with the passing game? Or are we just going to line up and are we just going to have a hammer fight tonight? And is it going to be a tight, hard-fought physical game?
All right.
We'll find out soon.
Yeah, we will find out soon. Tunnel walks underway here. We've got time for a quick break. Thank our sponsors. You're listening to the Wahoo Football Pregame Show here on Saunders County Online and KWAB 99.3 LP-FM.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior Card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Rivalry Apparel in Wahoo's excited to celebrate their 5th anniversary the month of October. Stop in to say hi to the Rivalry team or go to rivalryapparel.com now to get your gear for fall sports. Then be on the lookout for winter sports apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Rivalry is open Tuesdays, Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays, Fridays 10 to 5, Saturdays 9 to noon. Call 402-870-0780 for any questions. The team at Rivalry Apparel wants to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs. Bring home happy from the Wahoo DQ. We have a large variety of ice cream cakes for any occasion, made with vanilla and chocolate soft serve and filled with hot fudge and cake crunch. Grab and go cakes are available for last minute parties or call ahead and have one specifically designed for you. We also keep boxes of Dilly and Buster bars, which are great for keeping in your freezer, at home, and snacking on throughout the week. Stop into the Wahoo DQ today for your cake and novelty needs. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street in Wahoo. The outcome of a legal case can have long-lasting ramifications on your finances, quality of life, and community standing. Choosing the right law firm to represent your interests and your rights is of the utmost importance. The law offices of Brome, Lindell, Freeman County, and Gloucester traces its history of providing legal services to residents of eastern Nebraska back to 1893. So give us a call at 402-443-3225 or stop into our office in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their families' everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member
Rivalry
FDIC.
Apparel in Wahoo's excited to celebrate their 5th anniversary the month of October. Stop in to say hi to the Rivalry team or go to rivalryapparel.com now to get your gear for fall sports. Then be on the lookout for winter sports apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Rivalry is open Tuesdays, Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays, Fridays 10 to 5, Saturdays 9 to noon. Call 402-870-0780 for any questions. The team at Rivalry Apparel wants to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs. The outcome of a legal case can have long-lasting ramifications on your finances, quality of life, and community standing. Choosing the right law firm to represent your interests and your rights is of the utmost importance. The law offices of Brome, Lindell, Freeman County, and Gloucester traces its history of providing legal services to residents of eastern Nebraska back to 1893. So give us a call at 402-443-3225 or stop into our office in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today. And with that, we welcome you back inside of Wahoo High School here. 5 minutes from the start of tonight's game here in Class C1. A big matchup here. The Auburn Bulldogs taking on the Wahoo Warriors. Wahoo in at 11-0. Auburn 10-1 on the year to this point. And again, as John Herrera said, pulling a big upset against the very team that has their lonesome loss so far this year, the Ashland Greenwood Blue Jays. And because of that, Wahoo getting to host for a third straight week for the second straight year here, John Herrera. And as we've seen the last 2 years, it hadn't been a problem home or road for the Warriors, but they have just been unstoppable here inside Wahoo the last 2 years.
Yeah, they really have had great success here, and being at home here in Wahoo has been great to be able to do that in front of our fans. And those seniors get to play the best case scenario. You play the last game of your career on your home field in the state semifinals. It gets no better than that. It's just a great atmosphere tonight. We got a big crowd tonight, and it looks to me like the video feed is about a couple minutes behind us.
Yep.
So for those of you out there that are trying to sync things up, you have to do some creative pause pushing on the audio, because we are quite a bit ahead of the video. So if you hear us freaking out about Jace Kaminsky dropping a dime to Eli Shada for a touchdown, you got to wait a couple minutes. Or you can pause us and let the video kind of catch up then hit play right when Eli catches that touchdown pass. And then you'll be synced up perfectly like Kent Pavelka on game day for basketball.
There you go.
It's a great day to be a Warrior, Mike, and it's a great place to be in November, is right here on the field playing playoff football on a nice brisk fall night. We have really great conditions for this time of year. You don't have to worry about sleet and snow and all that tonight. Next week may bring some wild cards, but for tonight, we got a little bit of a breeze. What do you think? We got about a good 20-mile-an-hour breeze going up there. The flag's pretty moving.
Yeah, well, the weather right now, wind is blowing out of the southeast. We're pretty close guess, 15 miles an hour right now. Clear skies. Not much of the humidity, just 55%, 39-degree dew point. So feeling a little chillier, 55 degrees here at kickoff.
Little nip in the air, Mike.
Yeah.
It's great. Now, whoever the crazy people are that designed this field being at 45-degree angles must have thought of that northwest to southeast wind direction, because usually when we get winds here, it goes right down this field. We're at a 45-degree angle. We're going northwest to southeast on the radio dial there.
It's really close, yeah.
So you get a pretty good, most of the time the wind is at your back or it's in your face. So tonight, right now, it looks like Auburn's kicking into the, no, are we kicking off?
Yep, and they'll be kicking into the wind.
We're kicking with the wind. Auburn's going to have the wind. And so for the first drive tonight, we'll have the defense out there. And I always love kicking off and playing defense first. That might mean we I assume that we won the toss and deferred to the second half.
That'd be my guess.
Occasionally teams will get anxious and want the ball. Against a team like Wahoo, I'm not really sure if you'd want to do that, but I would say we won the toss and deferred to the second half. So we're going to come out and play defense, which is really, I would say, one of the strengths of our team is our stout front seven up front, and we got a lot of dudes up front that make plays, and it'll be a challenge tonight. Auburn's got a pretty good set of hogs up front.
Brenton Wenzel and Nixon Ligori back deep for Auburn, and it will be Zaragoza to kick it off for Wahoo. The wind, for full disclosure, on the compass heading for all you aviation enthusiasts out there is 130, so very close to that 45-degree angle that John is talking about. All right, here we go. Zaragoza's 7 yards deep. Here's the approach, the boot, and it is fielded by Ligori at the 5. He's up to the 10, the 15, past the 20, up to the 27-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will start tonight.
Yeah, and I think the matchup to look for if you're watching on the stream tonight through the NFHS broadcast, or you're imagining things in your head, would be these hogs up front. They got some big dudes up there. If you've seen any of those guys, any video from the past, Auburn's got a pretty good up front. Of course, our dudes up front, we got Scanlon, we got Emerson, we got Shada. We got some guys up front that can get after it. And it looks to me like Coach Iverson's coming out in the traditional four-man front to defend against this rushing attack.
Line up in the I here for this first play. Back at the 24 is where they're going to mark him down, and they do hand it off. And that one went to Camden Taylor, the junior running back.
Yeah.
He picks up a gain of 3.
Fullback, and it looks like he may have injured himself or got dinged up a little on the play, maybe an ankle or something. Short yardage gain, but on a night like this a year ago, we saw Broken Bow come into town, and they ran a power I full house backfield, and they were content to get 3.5 yards and a cloud of dust, and they took us to the very last seconds of that game.
Yep.
And that power rushing attack, when possessions are at a premium tonight, is really the chess match between Auburn and Wahoo. And can you move the chains and keep the ball? Because I guarantee you they don't want us to have the ball, and we are the same thing. We would rather make teams drive long drives, but at the same time, long drives means time chewed off the clock.
Yeah.
And the more you can establish drives, the more you establish your flow. And, in Class C football, the guys playing linebacker, one of the leading tacklers for Auburn is their quarterback.
Sure.
He's one of their dudes at strong safety. So if you're back there having to defend a power rushing attack, constantly having to give up first downs, things like that, that can be demoralizing and physically draining. So two-way players comes into play, and this will be, I think, a game of attrition tonight to see who can tough it out longer and who can get a lead and maintain that lead.
Yeah. And one thing to note, it is still a natural playing surface here, John, and that ground, it's not frozen solid, but it's hard here in mid-November.
Yeah.
So, that one big hard hit can really, it looks like he's not putting much weight down on that 1 foot.
Doesn't look real good for Taylor there. I don't know if it's a knee or an ankle, but he's being helped off the field there. Hopefully he's okay. You hate to get hurt on the first offensive play of the game, but we'll watch as time goes on. So they got a new guy in the backfield.
Yep, same again. Got a guy in motion to the near side of the field. Here's the snap. They do hand it off. This play isn't going for much.
And
that's Galizia. That's their stud right there, their stud running back. And he's a productive guy. Like I say, he's a 1,000-yard rusher. And so they're not missing a lot of beats if he's the guy in the backfield with his quarterback.
50 seconds into this one, Auburn already a big 3rd down and 4 here from their own 30, going into the wind. Getting blown about 15 miles an hour out of the southeast. And it looks like they might be lining up to run again. They'll send a guy this time. Okay, a couple guys in motion going to the far side of the field. Here's the snap. Option play. There's some time, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
There we go.
That was Ligori that kept it, and he went a couple yards backwards, maybe a yard or two, 4th down coming up.
Yeah, that's Kip coming up on the stop there from the safety spot, and you had James right there. You had Caden Smart right there. Great play. That quarterback is an athlete, and they do a lot of shifting around, but at the end of all that motion, they pretty much end up with their playmakers in the backfield, and that's really how a defense needs to focus. It's not where they start and all the eye candy. It's they end up with Galizia and Ligori in the backfield, and those are their playmakers.
Punt will go to about the Wahoo 45, down at the 44.
Okay. There we go.
And that's where the Warriors take over for their first drive. And again, as we mentioned, a Warrior offense right now that's averaging about 55 or so points per game.
Yeah.
And so far this year, very little challenge. Maybe that lone Ashland game, Blue Jays kind of hung tough to the end, but still a very good performance even in that one.
Yeah, that was a hard-fought game early in the season with us, and that was a game that the boys didn't play as well as they really thought they could have. And there were a couple touchdowns, and I think we had a turnover or two. Ashland made a few plays, some long passes, and so that was a competitive game, but it's always with Ashland.
Kip Brigham, hello! Brigham's going on the first play. He was mentioned literally on the last play, and Kip Brigham goes 56 yards to the house.
It's the Kip Brigham show tonight. One-play drives are amazing. I've said that 4 or 5 times this year because there are times when he hits the Jets and it's gonsy. He is gone, and he is like the Fort Calhoun PA guy said, that Brigham's got some shake and bake. And that was pretty much all bake. He just put on the jets and just outran everybody. He
Indeed,
had a great opening on the left side and just hit the burners.
Zaragoza for the PAT with the breeze at his back. And we've got some motion here prior to the snap.
Well, we got an offside, so on comes the 2-point conversion unit. Coach Fox, throughout the season, has been fairly consistent. If you're going to put the ball on the 1.5-yard line, we're going to try to take 2 points.
Yeah, and that's a popular play here as of late within the last couple of years.
It is, and the analytics, I don't know if there's analytics involved, but it's just pretty much like, you know what, if we can't get 1.5 yards, here we go. And that can be an advantage in the game. So out comes the heavies. We got Scanlon in the backfield, like a boss over there on the left.
Here's the snap.
Brigham just, that's close. Did they stand him up?
I think he did. Yep.
Right at the goal line. It looks like Auburn stood him up. Okay, so now the chess match begins. Now you have a missing point you're going to go after there. And so it may come into play later. Do you kick? Do you go for 2? But they've been pretty consistent. When they get that ball in the 1.5, they're going to try to punch it in.
Yeah. Indeed. And again, as we mentioned here, Brigham kind of using his size to his advantage there, 5'10", 175-pound. But as John mentioned, that is a very tall and strong Auburn defensive front.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a key
standoff
here early because now Auburn gets the ball back.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. That's the key matchup, I think. The guys up front, and when you want those hard-fought, 4th and 1, 3rd and 2, situations, that can determine games, and that can make or break a season based on that line of scrimmage play. And good job by the Bulldogs there, toughening up on the goal line. It looks like he might have been 3 inches short, but
it wasn't much.
It doesn't matter how short you are if you're going for the goal line on a 2-pointer.
Wenzel and Ligori back deep again for Auburn. Here's Zaragoza's kick. He squibs this one. Goes back to the 15,
a watermelon
and it's
right there.
Fielded on the far side. I believe that was Ligori, and he didn't get much there.
That was a beautiful kick. Emilio got that ball to roll like a perfect watermelon right down the field. So a lot of times when that ball gets going to the sideline, you let that thing go out of bounds and get the free yardage. But it just kind of died over there between the numbers and the sideline, which is a perfect scenario for the kickoff team. But
yeah, just about a 3-yard return there was all Ligori had, and Auburn starting, they'll give them 4, but Auburn starting inside the 20 once again. They had it about the 22 or 23 last time. So here we go. Got a guy in motion to the near side of the field. Ligori with time, and he is stood up at about the 20, a pickup of 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many balls are going to get kicked to returners tonight, Mike. We've got some potent guys with, Kip, and really even our upbacks, Caden and all those guys, Landon Fye, Sam Markson, those guys can take it to the house. So, and Auburn's playmakers are playing deep. So I'm not sure how many balls are going to get kicked deep to returners tonight, just to play it safe and play the numbers game.
Back to the far side here for Ligori this time. He throws near side. That's caught. That's Rademacher with the catch, and he is taken down hard at the 18-yard line.
It's a ball out.
And the ball was out at the end of that
Iverson
play.
came in like a missile. Yes! That ball is out. Ball on the ground. Yeah, that was a play where he was probably reaching for a yard or so, and Braylon Iverson came in from the inside and leveled him, and black shirts flowing to the ball, If you're watching on the stream, it looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers are playing Auburn tonight. But that's our new black on gold right there. But the Warriors are flying around right now and making plays.
Yeah, that black with the dark blue helmet's the new look for Wahoo this year. They've got 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 18-yard line. 8:57 left first quarter, trying to add to a 6-0 lead. Kaminsky with the back to the near side. They put a guy in motion. And Brigham's down to the 7, pickup of 11.
Good run right there.
And that is good, and it's 1st and goal.
And there's a lot of misdirection in the offense. It's not always just a downhill power ISO type play. That's pretty rare because Kip is such a runner with so much shake, and he's kind of one-step full acceleration. So those counter moves and down blocks and pulling linemen are the key.
All right, following the gain of 10.5, Warriors who started in the red zone, they've got a couple backs each way here. Here's the snap by Kaminsky.
There we go.
He hands that one off
Smarty.
to the far side of the field. Smart crosses the pylon. Touchdown, Warriors.
That's a great run, and that's a wrinkle that we haven't seen much, Mike. Just the straight sweep-type handoff to the fullback right there. Usually a lot of times everyone's focused in on Kip or Noah Bedorsky just because they're the main runners, and Caden Smart just led the way right there.
Yeah.
Great, strong run.
All right, so now up 12-0. Looks like they've got Zaragoza on here to try. Nope, they're going
for
it.
two.
There we
They're
go.
trying to get those 2 points back.
And they'll put
Try
the
to make this-
ball on the far hash here. All right. Kaminsky's got the back to the near side here. Ball on the far hash. He gets it. All kinds of time. Rolling. Far side. Oh, near side incomplete.
Just overthrown.
Just overthrew
Kip.
Brigham there, yeah.
Yep. Had him in the corner, just kind of lobbed it up, and just a little bit tall for Kip. But so far, so good as far as scoring and making
Certainly.
plays. To have the 12-0 lead right away is good. It'd be nice to be 14, but to get 2 scores in the first quarter is always great. And we got another chance to play defense right here.
8:21 left first quarter. We're going to work in a quick 20-second timeout. When we come back, the kickoff comes your way next here on Saunders County Online and KWAB FM.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
And we're back here in Wahoo. 8:21 left first quarter. Wahoo up 12-0. I'm Mike Klein alongside John Herrera. Wahoo Warriors striking early and often thus far here. 2 for 2 on ending up in the end zone here on this first possession. Only needing 3 plays to do it. And somebody jumped early here on the kickoff. And that'll back the Warriors up a couple yards here. Really kind of, John, the first real miscue we've seen on the night.
Yeah, guys are a little excited to get down the field, and not sure who it was that got offsides there. It's always so close.
Oh, yeah.
For that line judge right there watching on kickoff, you pretty much have to be pretty much over the line pretty egregiously to make that call because everybody is so close right where Emilio kicks that ball off. So,
yeah, Yeah, and then on that kickoff, John, it's kind of like, I know not a lot of people here in this town watch it, but it's kind of like if you're watching hockey, that zone entry, it's one of the most contested, was the play onside or not, but you don't have video. I mean, it's got to be pretty much indisputable to blow that one dead.
I'd love to know what you just said, Mike, but I have no idea either. I'm one of those ignorant people that don't know the rules of hockey. But, timing it up, those athletes hitting that line right there is tough. For officials, it's tough.
Yeah, that's a 70-yard kickoff with no return into the wind, and the Bulldogs will have it at the 20.
How many squib balls end up in the end zone like that? He just kicked it, and he got a little help from Mother Nature there, and it got a bounce, and the returner wasn't interested in picking it up on the 1 when it was rolling into the end zone for a clear touchback. So.
Yeah. Well,
another chance for some defense right here.
Bulldogs starting from the 20. They've started from the 24, the 18, and now the 20. Last time around, not good. They had a pickup of about 3 or 4, but the ball came out at the end of the play, and Iverson was able to jump on top of it. Led to that second score a couple plays later.
Yeah, so really Auburn's feeling like if they can limit the mistakes, they've got opportunities here because they've moved the ball a little bit.
Definitely moving the ball,
and they haven't really had a chance to get that rushing attack flowing, really. So short gain there on first down, but here we go, 2nd and 9.
Yeah.
And at some point, the quarterback's got a really good arm. We saw him warming up earlier.
We did.
At some point, they may mix it up and go to the air. They may, because we're going to have a lot of – I mean, there's 22 dudes within, 12 yards of the ball here because it's a pounded-out night, but – the ball's gonna at some point go in the air.
Here's another handoff.
Ooh.
That play goes for only another
Big hit
yard.
Right there. Trying to see who that was. That was Who was that off that other side? We're kind of on the moon here up in the press box. I think it was Eli Emerson came in there and leveled a nice pop. The loving embrace
using his height to his advantage there.
The loving embrace of Eli Emerson is not something you're interested in on a night like tonight, but he's pretty stout on the inside. Him and Scanlon are nasty dudes inside there. Tough to block.
Yeah, I didn't see who had that carry as well. It went to the far side.
I think it was their tailback.
Okay. Here's the third down play. He is going to throw. Got time, and the pass is caught right at the dial-a-down. It's close.
Yeah, drop
You're
that
right
thing. That's one of them expensive digital ones. Oh, it looks like it cut kinked. Going to have to replace the pole on that guy.
Yep, and they got the first down. Needed 8, picked up 8.
Yep.
And they extend this drive here, and
I think we're going to have a moment because they bent the leg on the one of those digital dial-a-down markers, so they got to straighten that puppy out and try to get it back into service. They might be duct taping a stick to it at some point. It got folded pretty good, so there was a good collision on the sideline there.
Yeah.
It gets a little hairy on the sideline down there, Mike, after coaching for a few years.
Sure.
You get an out route or a sweep to the sideline, get out the way because there's some momentum coming your way. I see Coach Barry is sprinting to the shed, potentially for a backup for the stick.
Yeah. Well, I've never been selected for chain duty yet, but my brother has, so he'd be the one who'd tell you.
Yeah. You can't turn around and wave to the girlfriend, or you could get run over on the sideline by a 210-pound high school kid who is just not slowing down for anybody. Yeah, Mike could be down there at Newman, and Connor Booth could come to the sideline. That's not somebody you want to see on the sideline. They're down there playing Battle Creek tonight in the C2 semifinals, right?
They are, yes.
A huge matchup, and what a great opportunity for Wahoo as a community.
Yeah.
Both schools, great schools, terrific tradition in sports, and this year, 2 semifinal appearances, and hopefully, if the right things bounce, we'll have the whole town of Newman in Lincoln next Tuesday.
Hopefully, yeah.
Or in a couple Tuesdays.
Yeah. First and 10 from their own 30 is where the Bulldogs are. Here's a direct snap to Ligori, and he powers his way for a gain of 2.
Little shifting there. Shifted to an empty set, kind of in an attempt to maybe back off the defense, thinking it could be a passing set, but then the quarterback keeper right there. And good job by the guys up front. 3-yard gain, which is manageable. But at the same time, if you're Auburn, you want to stay on schedule and you want to get those 3, 4, 5-yard gains.
Yep, 2nd down and 7. And, again, as we've seen, they're not afraid to throw it here, but it looks like they're content on 1st and 2nd down with rushing the ball.
Yeah.
Put it back in motion to the near side. Here's the pitch. It's bobbled.
Wow.
Is it caught? It is caught, but it's going to go for a huge loss.
It almost – that was tough to tell if that was a lateral pass or if that was backwards. He may have scrambled to try to get that ball, but that ball seemed to be bouncing around a little bit.
Yeah.
Just about a disastrous situation, but for the Warriors, a good defensive play right there because somebody came up and made a nice stick right on the edge there.
It's a loss of 8, and it brings up 3rd down and 15. And again, they converted on 3rd and 8 with a little 8-yard out last time, but you're going to need a little more than that this time.
We'll see. We'll see what the quarterback's got because he had a really nice throw at the sticks for the first down last time. Oh,
and we got a flag here in the backfield.
Is that a delay?
I didn't see the back judge ever put his hand up, but
he
did. Yep.
Another 5 yards there, so that's a tough spot. So now the play sheet gets pretty limited when you're backed up to 20 yards. So I can imagine at some point we're gonna be seeing Nixon Ligori's arm here coming out and seeing if he can try to get to the sticks and preserve this drive for Auburn.
Yeah, they need to get to the 40. They're backed all the way up back to their own 20. Big play in this game. 5 minutes left first quarter. Bulldogs already trailing 12-0. Ligori under pressure, gets away, and then he trips on the turf back at the 15. Another loss of 5.
Yep, good job by the front to pressure that pocket. And then when he stepped up to scramble, James Gaskins was right there. And it must be a little squishy out there, Mike, because it looked like he lost his footing and slipped right in front of James there. So punt team comes on. great job.
Yeah.
And the game is staying on this side of the field, which is always a good sign if you're cheering for the Warriors tonight.
Here's the punt.
Ooh,
It goes,
short punt.
takes a bounce at the Bulldog 40 to the 44.
All right.
That's a punt there of 29 yards, but Warriors starting in Bulldog territory again with 4:17 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, the wind, I think, has been a factor in these kicks, kicking into the wind. It's not a extremely strong wind, but I think you get a ball up into that jet stream, and it's going to beat that thing down. I mean, that thing hung up and landed. Oh, and it looks like they're giving it to us at the 40. It may have touched a Bulldog player there. So
interesting.
great field position for the Warriors to start this drive.
It was 29, now only 25. Kaminsky with the back to the near side. They'll put a player in motion. Handoff goes to Brigham. Brigham powers ahead past the 40 to the 36, a pickup of 4.
Yep, a good first down play right there. I mean, Kip's not going to score every time he touches the ball, but it sure seems like he makes big plays a lot. But he's also a guy who's a strong enough kid to just go between the tackles, lower your shoulder and get that 3 or 4 that you need just to stay on schedule so that you don't have to worry about that 2nd and 3rd and long. So it's only, about 2nd and about 6 right here? So definitely a manageable situation.
Indeed.
Got the diamond set making an appearance here.
Here's the snap. Kaminsky.
Option play.
He's gonna keep this one, crossing the 35 to the 30-yard line. I think he's got enough to move the chain here.
That's close. And that was a sprint option to the wide side of the field towards the Warrior bench, and it took a long time. That was the slowest developing option, and Jace just kind of felt it out. He's such a patient runner, and he ended up lowering his shoulder for the first down there. But he was looking to pitch, and then cuts it up and gets that 6-yard gain. So great job by Jace.
Clock continues to roll here inside of 3 minutes to go first quarter. 1st and 10 Warriors from the Bulldog 30. Snap. Kaminsky hands off. I think that's Brigham again, and that play only goes for about a yard, maybe 2.
Yeah,
He'll give it to the
gain right
28. But that Auburn defense starting to buckle down here a bit, John. About the only thing here is with the win, you're definitely in field goal range with Zaragoza here, but obviously Auburn's trying to keep the damage to a minimum here.
Yeah, and he has not, and that's a good option, Mike, because of the 12-0 score. If you get down there into his range, and I would say the Mendoza line is about the 20.
Yeah.
And he's got a good leg. I mean, he could make one from this far. Oh, we got a reverse right here.
Yeah, Kaminsky's
reverse to
got
Landon
it.
Fye.
Pitches it to Fye. He's got another first down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Clock stops, 2:10 left.
Coach Fox with the razzle-dazzle. Looks like we had a rush to the right, and then Landon sweeps around, and they pitch it to him, and he sweeps around the left side to the Warrior bench for a first down, and the sticks move, and that's the key. The sticks are moving, whether it's by a pass or a run. They're keeping that clock moving, and the sticks are continuing to read 1st and 10.
Back comes into the near side here. That was the thing. Kaminsky could be so sneaky like that. He's got time. Going for a man deep down the field. That's got touchdown Warriors!
Beautiful play right there. It looked like sprint out to the right to the Auburn bench. Jay sets up, throws it back to the back corner of the pylon where Brigham was there for the jump ball. Great play, great design play by the Warriors.
Play goes for 19-yard reception here. And now they will bring Zaragoza out. Content for just the 1 here. They're already up 18-0. Here's the snap back, the hold, and the kick is good.
There we go. Great job.
1:37 left first quarter. Wahoo now on top, 19-0. And again, seeing the magic of Kaminsky to Brigham.
Yeah.
That sneaky duo is just doing wonders right now.
It is. I mean, you can walk by those kids in the hallway, and, they're about 5'9", about 170 pounds, but Jace is a dime dropper. I mean, he will put it right in the bucket. And Kip is such an athlete. he was up off the ground there. Looked like he jumped about 3 feet in the air to catch that ball, but he had perfect position on the corner, and he went to the back pylon, and everything flowed to the defense's left, our right, and everybody thought it's sprint out. Jason's going to run it or dump it off, and he plants his right foot and turns and just finds Brigham in the back corner of the end zone. It was beautiful.
Indeed, it was.
Well-designed play, great execution by Jason Kipp right there, and the offensive line for selling it and protecting him and giving him the time to look for that. That was a long developing play. If somebody would have snuck through that front line, it wouldn't have happened. It would have been a scramble or an incomplete pass.
Indeed. Zaragoza, he had a 70-yard kick for a touchback last time on the squib. He'll got a little more air on this one, and it is in the end zone again.
That's amazing. And the wind is helping that tonight, but to get a kick into the end zone and pretty much eliminate a return is great.
Yeah. Bulldogs start at their 20 again. Warriors were able to hold them after it looked like they had about 2nd down and 6. Couple big losses and one very big penalty that really caught them off guard.
Yeah, and we're taking advantage of having the wind at our backs right now in the first quarter, because it'll switch in the second quarter, and then we'll be facing that wind. And so the kicking game, the passing, all that stuff will be slightly affected.
It'll be a little different, yeah, for sure.
Now, the wind doesn't affect ISO or zone read too much, and Kipp can run into the wind every bit as fast as he can with the wind, but the passing game is definitely a factor.
Oh, sure.
And the punting game has already been a factor tonight.
Here's a direct snap to Ligori. Powers his way ahead. He picks up 6.
Yeah, he's a tough runner.
Yeah, that's got to be about the best gain on first down of the night for the Bulldogs.
Yeah. And he's basically they basically have 2 running backs in the backfield with him and what's the other gentleman's name? Galizia? Yeah, Brant Galizia. They're both, like I say, you got 2,000 yards of production back there. So at any moment, you've got a running back touching the ball, and Ligori's capable of making all the throws. So he's a weapon back there.
Last minute of play, first quarter. 2nd and 3 for the 27, and
nice
boy,
job.
that play didn't go far at all.
G-Nuts, Grant Nutsman with the batted ball. We got 2 tall Jones over there on the left side of the defense. Galizia kind of went with some sidearm angle right there to try to sling it out in the flats, but Grant was right there. Graham was right there. A little homeroom pride. He's in my homeroom, Mike.
Oh, cool.
How about that? So we can talk some smack on Monday. But great job by Graham. He had a pass breakup last week as well in the quarters against Boys Town. It was a big play to knock a pass down. So great job by Graham right there.
All right. 57 seconds left first quarter. 3rd down and 3 for the Bulldogs at their own 27. A back in motion to the near side, and flags come flying in here.
Looks like
somebody
we may
jumped
have
forward here,
yep,
it looks
I see
like.
the offense working their way back. Maybe somebody moved up front. Yep.
And once again, a very costly penalty will make it 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, tough start. Tough start for the Bulldogs. They're just trying to get some momentum going, get their offense going, but penalties and turnovers have been kind of plaguing them tonight. But, their offense is not incapable of scoring a lot of points. So we have to really be dialed in here, because a big play could happen at any time with the quarterback that they have.
57 seconds left still. Another keeper by Ligori. He got back to the 25. That's going to be nowhere near enough. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and good job by Jake and the boys up front right there. Big Carter Brubbets, the big sophomore, was in there, plugging up those gaps and eliminating places for him to run.
Clock will roll here inside of 30 seconds left. Warriors should have at least one play here to run before the end of the first quarter.
And once again, they're punting into the wind here, which is huge. If there was only a couple seconds left, they would have let that clock run out. Oh, that wind just killed that punt.
That punt only goes to the 43, an 18-yard punt.
Great field position again. Looks like we'll have one play with the wind at our back, and then we'll flip the field. But so far, the wind has been a significant factor on the kicking game tonight, especially the punting game for Auburn. It's really hung those punts up in the air.
Indeed. 11 seconds left. Warriors have 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 42-yard line. Here's the snap. Kaminsky letting it go. He's got a man on the near side. Markson couldn't get
flag.
it.
There
and
we
there's
go.
the flag at the 6-yard line.
Corner was all over Sam as we were running down the field, so that's it's not a Tom Brady penalty where it's a 30-yard penalty, but in high school it's a 15.
Yeah.
But Sam hit the Jets and ran the fade up the sideline, and the corner just had his hands on him as the ball was in the air. So that's and Jace will put that ball. There's not an uncatchable ball if Jace is throwing it. It's going to be somewhere in the vicinity. So it's a good break for the Warriors. Looks like we got 15 and a first down.
Yeah, it's not too bad because even college now has gone to the automatic first down at the spot. So it'll happen eventually.
And this is a situation where the wind has affected that. So now we got 5 seconds. We still have the wind at our back.
And they've still got one play to run.
They may not have taken that shot if we were into the wind.
That's right. Kaminsky, player in motion as Brigham to the near side, and he just hands that one off, and that will do it for 1 quarter of play.
Good gain by Noah right there for about 4.
It'll be 2nd down and 6 following this timeout. End of the first quarter, it's the Warriors 19 and the Bulldogs nothing. You're listening to Wahoo Football on Saunders County Online and KWAB-FM.
Rivalry Apparel in Wahoo's excited to celebrate their 5th anniversary the month of October. Stop in to say hi to the Rivalry team or go to rivalryapparel.com now to get your gear for fall sports. Then be on the lookout for winter sports apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Rivalry is open Tuesdays, Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays, Fridays 10 to 5, Saturdays 9 to noon. Call 402-870-0780 for any questions. The team at Rivalry Apparel wants to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
And we welcome you back to Wahoo High School. Mike Klein, John Herrera with you here. KWAB-FM, Saunders County Online. Start of the second quarter, Wahoo going right down the field again. Already up 19-0.
Nice
Here's
hole.
a handoff. And
Noah
Bordowski to the goal line, and he's down at the 2. That going for 23 yards and a first down.
That's a strong run by Noah. Had a great gap and just ran through 3 or 4 arm tackles and drug a couple of dudes. I thought he might have pushed it in, but he's right there on the doorstep, 2 yards out. And here we go with our goal line package, and let's see if Noah can get it in there. I can only imagine who's going to get the ball right now.
Bordowski's right to the far side of Kaminsky here. Couple players in motion. Now he shifts to the near side. And it is Bordowski. And he's across the goal line. Touchdown, Warriors.
Yep, just 2 yards of tush push and a pile, cloud. I'd say cloud of dust. There's no dust, Mike.
Yeah.
But, it's just a pile and just us on them, and we're going to move this way and try to stop us. And Noah just got the 2 yards on sheer will and his hogs up front in front of him. Great job by the line and by Noah with the footwork and the drive to get that across the goal.
All right, Zaragoza for one more, kicking into the wind. See if it's a factor, and it is. But I think somebody got a piece of it,
we
and I wonder,
got a flag and a block.
Did somebody jump across? You're not allowed to jump across the line.
I saw what it looked like a holding. Oh, they got us for a holding.
They got offensive
and they got
holding.
through and blocked the kick. So
all right,
no single pointer on that one. So it's frozen at 25.
Yeah, 25-0, 11-17 left, second quarter. But I mean, obviously you'd love nothing more than to have those 3 points back and be up 28-0.
Right.
Make it look beautiful, but. Honestly, right now, Wahoo's just doing what they've done all year.
Yeah,
here.
the 25's not as bad when the other score is farther away. So a 25-0 lead is a lot less stressful than a 25-21 lead. That would be very stressful. But So far, and hey, you go out to the Panhandle out in God's country, Mike. It's 15-12 Central City in a slugfest out there with Sydney.
That is a real slugfest.
That's a ball game. So
yeah,
good things going on. I'm kind of curious as to see any score. You got this app, Mike? Any score feed?
I don't have score feed. I do have Max Preps though.
NE score feed is a gift from the Almighty. It is a wonderful app because you can find the score of any high school football game you want pretty much at any time. And right now it looks like in the second quarter, Bishop Neumann holds a 6-0 lead on Battle Creek. So
keep an eye on that one. As we said, there could be no teams going. There could be one team going, or you could see both teams going to Lincoln here a week from Tuesday.
Cat burglars out there listening to the stream tonight, you will have opportunities next Tuesday potentially to rob this town blind because nobody will be here.
That's
because a lot of people will go down. The C2 game is first. The C1 game is second. So you could go down there potentially and watch 2 games back-to-back, potentially with Wahoo teams in it. Hopefully we have that situation. But we got a lot of football left to play here tonight on both ends of town. So
long way to go.
That's a ways to go. But, we're hoping to see that. And
here's the boot by Zarago.
Interesting.
Ooh,
what
an
in
interesting
the world was that?
Squib.
Wow, that was nearly recovered on the sideline. Bounced up in the air, and somebody on the sideline got a piece of that ball and nearly recovered it. I don't know if that was intentional or if it just came off his foot wrong.
Quasi onside. Went for about
It went about
21 yards, maybe is about all. Yeah,
it went right out of bounds, and somebody in a black jersey was streaking down the sideline and very nearly got a piece of that ball. They've had good luck with just squibbing a short kick to upbacks this year because a lot of times those guys aren't used to returning it. And those guys that are up in front of the upbacks, the ends, generally are surprised when they get the ball kicked to them and maybe are not used to calling a fair catch or not used to somebody bearing down on them.
There was a penalty at the end of the play. It's 5 yards. It is still 1st and 10, however, now from the 44.
Yeah, it made it out of bounds, so they gave us a penalty.
Yeah, the kickoff out of bounds.
You get the ball right there, which is kind of a mistake as far as field position goes, but
they're taking a shot. Emergency mode for the Bulldogs. Boy, they just about had it. The pass was intended for Caden McLaughlin.
Yeah, tight end right there. And he was open. He had a chance to get a first down right there.
Yeah.
Just a little bit overthrown. We were kind of pressuring the quarterback there, so we're getting in Galizia's face a little bit and forcing him to get that throw off quicker maybe than he intended.
Yeah. Second down and 10 from the 44 for the Bulldogs, needing to get to the Warrior 46 for a first down. See them go back to the eye here. Only got one receiver to the near side. Now they'll put a second one in motion. Snap back, Lagori under pressure. Little short throws caught across midfield.
Wow. And he got destroyed.
And here comes a flag here in. They're going to get him for a high hit here.
They're going to, anytime you pick somebody up.
Yeah.
I thought for a second Jake might get a flag for hitting the quarterback. He hit the heck out of the quarterback right as he was throwing it. And then the kid who caught it at the 50, somebody double-legged him. Might be our wrestler, Caden Smart, double-legged him and picked him up a little bit. And anytime you pick a kid up off the ground and then take him down, they get a little sensitive about that kind of physical play that used to be amazing 10 years ago. And now
absolutely
is kind of frowned upon by the Zebras. That physical play is – they don't like that as much now. But if you're watching that, the crowd got a big whoa out of that deal because it was a –
It was a nice catch, and he got a couple yards. And as you said, he got hit hard.
Yeah, and he completed the pass, so he caught it, and then he got 15 after the catch. So a big penalty that really puts us a little bit back, about a 20-some-yard penalty out of that deal.
1 minute gone, second quarter. Bulldogs at 1st and 10 at the Warrior 34. Their best field positioning of the night. Lagori got rid of it. It went to Drayson Lamb, the sophomore. Running back, and he's ahead to the 34-yard line.
Just missed a TFL, tackle for a loss there by Caden Smart, who was in the backfield, but kind of a zone read look. So he was kind of slow playing both guys, and his responsibility is the quarterback. So he almost got the tailback, but he wasn't going to let the quarterback run, that's for sure.
It's a pickup of maybe half a yard on that play. Didn't really go for much.
The option offense, you got to be disciplined to defend it. Somebody's got to be there for quarterbacks. Somebody's got to be there for the dive, and occasionally a third for the pitch. But in this offense, if that quarterback gets the right read, he's taking off and running, and he will score because he's a good runner. He's a big kid, and he can run a little bit. So we got to be disciplined. Coach Iverson's got those guys dialed in so far. Assignment, alignment, and execution have been well played so far tonight.
Yeah, it has, and the Wahoo defense has buckled down big thus far, and really Auburn hasn't had much for plays, and kind of when they have had plays, as we saw, they had that one real nice play that went for 7 or 8. The ball just literally got stripped out by Iverson there at the end of that play.
Yeah, and so the ball has been bouncing our way so far, and I think the boys up front have been making plays as well, and that's really, in a game like this, the key is how is the line of scrimmage going? And so far it's been advantage Warriors on that.
Absolutely.
But like I say, there's a lot of game left to be played here, and this is a crucial spot in the game because if they can drive and get in the end zone, that changes the approach quite a bit to this game because so far the Warriors have been pretty good at moving the ball, haven't had to punt yet. But you want to keep up with that offense if you're Auburn.
Liguori with the back to the far side on second down. Put a player in motion to the far side as well. 2 to the far, a couple to the near. Liguori keeps it.
Oh.
And he did not get anywhere. Loses about 2 yards at the end of the play.
Play by Landon Fye at the corner spot. Came up, very nearly made the play. But what he did was he set the edge and caused that runner to pause and look inside, and when he looked inside, there was a sea of black jerseys coming right at him. If he could have got to the edge, he might have had something, but Landon did a great job of flying up. He's so fast. Is that Landon or is that – no, that's Caden Christen over there.
There you go.
Caden Christen making the play right there. He came up and stopped that play and forced it back inside.
Again, kind of the quick reaction there. That's kind of one of his specialties, Christians. And there's all kinds of time to the near side. Ooh.
Broken coverage.
Receiver slipped there. Blown coverage there.
We had that same back, Lamb, out of the backfield. Kind of like what we scored on. Everybody rolls to the right. He turned and threw it back to the left, and there was nobody around Lamb. But the ball was thrown a little bit short because there was some pressure. And if Lamb catches that ball on the stride, he runs into the end zone untouched. So that was a fortunate miss for the Warriors and a missed opportunity there for Auburn.
4th and 11 from the 35. You'd be looking right about a 50-yard attempt. So the Bulldogs, they know they need this, so they're going for it here on 4th and 11. 9:13 left, second quarter. And, well, they want to talk about this some more here. That is their second timeout of the first half here.
Yeah, and unless you there was a kid a few years ago from Norfolk Catholic by the name of Cherry who kicked a field goal spotted at the 40-yard line with a really big wind at his back. And tonight there is a pretty good wind at their back, and their kicker was booming them tonight. So
he was making from 45 into the wind in pregame.
I mean,
so
that's a 52-yard field goal from this spot, which is a little bit of a stretch. But if you got down a little closer, I could see him kicking a field goal from a distance to
certainly
try to break the snide and get some scoring going. But you can't really punt from this. You're going to kick it probably into the end zone, or there's not a lot of advantage. And with the score being what it is, you might as well go for it.
Sure.
You know, nothing to lose. I mean, this is win or go home. So
single elimination here in the playoffs. So
you got to think that we're going to see Liguori's arm right here. Probably a run pass option of some sort.
All right, 4th and 11 once more. Player in motion to the near side, back to the near side as well for Liguori. He gets the snap, rolls near side, has time, throws, intercepted.
Get a block, Oski, Smart down the sideline. Here
Smart's
we go.
Got
Get
the
a block.
40. He's
block,
got one
Braylon.
man to beat. He got tripped at the 20.
Good job by Braylon to get the block, but he just got a finger on his shoestrings, and Caden goes down at the 20-yard line. And the Warriors are in business. A year ago at this time, Caden had a pick six against Auburn, and it was one of the big plays in the first half to kind of break it open. But great job by Smart right there. And it looked like a run-pass option. He was trying to get to the sticks there, and Great job getting in the hook curl by Caden.
Literally by a fingertip was brought down as well.
I'm just wishing for Braylon to make that block, and he did make the block, but the quarterback reached out and just made the play.
1st and 10 Warriors at the Bulldog 19 after, well, that could be the exclamation mark of this game right here after the Bulldogs were going right down the field. Smart has it again. Or that was Bordovsky, I beg your pardon, and he only got one there. 2nd down and 9 coming up.
And now we're not into that territory yet, but we're approaching that territory where if you can get the 35-point margin becomes a key because, I mean, anything can happen in high school football.
Yep.
But if we can score on this drive, then we're on the doorstep of a potential running clock.
For the entire second half.
Which is a huge thing as far as limiting possessions goes. Yep. So if you're Auburn, you really want to try to keep this score from happening and try to get something going on your own to try to minimize that chance.
Certainly. Kaminsky gets the snap, hands off.
Brigham.
Again, Brigham's got it to the 13, a pickup of 5 there.
Okay. And, if we were on the other end of the field, I'd say Emilio could make a kick from this distance. But with that wind tonight, it's a tough kick.
It's a tough kick, yeah.
You got to be down.
He was blocked last time down here. So.
He was blocked. They had some trouble on that. So I would think, maybe if we get it inside the 10, potentially Coach Fox might do that. And it gets us back to that 28 number.
Yeah.
But I would say this is 4-down territory. So we got 2 downs to get 4 yards.
Yeah, it absolutely is 4-down territory here. Brigham's to the near side here, and Kaminsky was. Now they got a flag here. Kaminsky was trying to call timeout.
I think they were trying to either do a shift or something, and about 5 or 6 different guys moved at the same time.
The question is, did he get the timeout off? No, he did not.
I think there was some kind of miscommunication. Either they wanted to shift to the opposite side of the formation, or Jace saw something, and everybody thought there was motion, but he didn't call the motion. It's hard to say what happened. Sometimes you just have a miscommunication up front. But Coach Fox was trying to have a conversation about either the play clock restarting or something. I think there might have been a discrepancy on the ready for play.
And so Wahoo's going to use their timeout here to buy themselves some time here. Yeah.
Just kind of get things straightened out because now we're back to 3rd and about 11, so we're kind of off schedule right there. So now I still think it's 2-down territory right here.
Sure.
It looks like 3rd and 9. If you can get 4 or 5 yards, then you're ready to go for either 4th down attempt or you got a manageable field goal. I just don't know if he's going to kick into this wind. It's really tough. Because you want to drive a ball into the wind, and a low kick's not a good thing if you got big defensive linemen on the other side to get that block, which is what happened last time. I'm guessing Coach Fox is fired up in the huddle over there because of whatever the miscommunication was, getting those guys straightened out and saying, all right, here's what we're going to do. He may even give them 2 plays and say, all right, we're going to do this, and if it doesn't work, get up there and run this.
Mm-hmm.
And try to get a kind of a hurry-up mode going to see if we can – if we don't get the 1st down, hurry up and run a different formation and get something out there quick and run a second play before the defense has a chance to get their bearings.
All right, here we go.
So game's getting a little sloppy right now, Mike.
Yeah, that's
some penalties, interception.
Interesting turn of events here. 3rd and 9 from the Bulldog 18. Again, Brigham. Now he'll switch to the far side. Couple players in motion. Nobody moving forward this time. Now they'll send another guy to the far side. Brigham has the handoff. Piles his way across right to about the 15-yard line, a pickup of 3. 4th down and 6 coming up. And they're content to let this clock keep going here.
They're not in a hurry, really. Nope. I mean, as long as
it looks like, John, your prediction's right here that this might be 4-down territory. Yep.
And really, if you don't make this 4th down, you're still deep enough in your own territory. You feel good about the field position game.
Certainly.
So, first half, we wanted to be on the right side of the imaginary screen, on the right side on the Warrior scoreboard side. Now we're on that opposite side, over by Coach Shada's house. We want to be on this end of the field the rest of the half.
Play clock's winding down here. Got to get something off. 5, 4. Here's the snap. Kaminsky rolls far side. It's got time. Got a man.
Beautiful.
It's caught. And he is down at the half-yard line.
46.
I'm looking in my notes too.
Landon Glock.
Landon Glock.
Hello, Landon Glock. So
Yeah.
Landon Glock, the freshman who has been really tearing it up at the youth level, at the sub-varsity level, has made an appearance for the Warriors in the state semifinals. Heard lots of good things about Landon in the JV and reserve games, and it looks like he's out there to make plays tonight. We got another penalty.
Yeah, it was first to goal from inside the 1, but now it's going to be first to goal from the 6.
A false start.
Yep.
Okay, well, at least it's first down and not third and
that
6
wasn't
instead of
that
third
fourth
and
down
1.
play again. Yeah.
So we are sloppy right now.
Yeah.
So we got to clean up our miscues up front. Somebody's shifting around up front that's causing the officials to make these calls.
Chad Fox, as you can see here, Chad Fox has his men gathered here, John, and
there will
he is definitely making it well aware here of what's going on. Brigham will shift to the far side. First and goal from the 6-yard line. Again, play clock under 10. Kaminsky.
Option to Kaminsky.
He's got it.
Quarterback
And
keeper
he
to
didn't
the
get
sideline.
anything.
Okay.
Second down coming up. Clock
Gain of
continues to roll to 5:45.
probably about a no gain on that, maybe
I
a
wouldn't
yard.
say,
Just a quarterback keeper to the right side, trying to get to the edge there. And a good job by Auburn of stiffening up there on the goal line. Once again, I think we have 3 plays here to score. We got 3 plays to get 5, so I think we'll play this safe, and I'm guessing we're probably going to run the ball here.
Second to goal from the 7. Same formation again. There was some movement.
go.
They let it go.
Noah.
Bordowski, near side
Noah.
goal line, touchdown Warriors.
There we go. And that was a really interesting formation and a situation because you had Brigham and Bordowski in the backfield. Run action by Brigham straight into the line of scrimmage, which is going to attract a lot of attention. Noah crumbs across the set, outruns everybody to the pylon. Beautiful play. Well executed, too, because if you're the defense, you're thinking, Brigham, crap, Bodorski's got it, and then we outran him to the sideline. So that was nice. Huge play by the Warriors.
Zaragoza will attempt it to make it 32-0 into this wind about 15 miles per hour right now. And the kick is just inside the far side, upright and good. 5:13 left, second quarter. Wahoo 32, Auburn nothing. And again, John Herrera kind of said the key there was Auburn had to get that stop or at least hold the Warriors to 3. And
that was
at
a
that
big
time,
play.
Bordowski just going to the near side, and there's nobody home.
That's a big play to score right there because it felt like we were getting sloppy and Auburn was toughening up, stiffening up on defense. To get through there and have Noah make a nice play like that to score was huge. And credit to Coach Fox and the offensive staff for coming up with that misdirection right there because if you're the defense and either we get into that diamond set, we got Caden and the other 2 running backs in the backfield, who's getting the ball? All 3 of those guys are capable of making plays. And Brigham's the flashy guy. He's the guy that attracts a lot of attention because he's averaging about 15 a carry.
Sure.
He's tough, but then you kind of forget, hey, Noah was a starter too. Noah makes a lot of plays. Noah's got a lot of yards, and Noah scored a lot of touchdowns. So if you fall asleep on defense, one of those 2 is going to run right by you or over you. So great job.
All right, Zaragoza's back for the Warriors. They'll get Wetzel and Liguori again, standing at about their own 10-yard line. And, well, Zaragoza was ready to kick it off, and that breeze is showing its presence here.
Yep, this is one of them games where you might have to have somebody come in and put their finger on that thing.
I agree.
And hold it so he can kick it. But so far, so good by Zaragoza kicking into the wind. Let's see if he can get one down there on this kickoff.
There's the boot. Squib kick. And it is fielded in bounds.
Yep.
And wisely, whoever that is
Just
on the
fell
line
on it,
there
yep.
just fell on
Yep.
it at the
No harm.
27-yard line.
No harm, no foul there. I mean, if you kick it deep and it returns to the 27 or you kick it to the 30 and he falls on it at the 27, whatever. That's I mean, you come in, you
maybe
play
you
some
get
defense.
28, whatever. Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah.
you're doing fine, and you're playing the numbers game really.
Sure.
Like I say, you don't want that deadly returner to make a big play and all of a sudden give somebody momentum.
All right, Bulldogs now down by 32. We saw them with a sense of urgency in their last possession.
Yeah.
That was ended by that interception. Here's the snap. Ligori with time. Far side, incomplete, nobody home. And going after it was Sam Marks, and he was only about 5 yards from having that one.
Yeah, and we had pressure. James got some pressure there on the quarterback. He was on the backfield there. And so, I mean, you can see that the quarterback's got a really good arm. I mean, he fired that thing through there. And if you give Ligori some time and you get a couple receivers in a route, he will hit them. It's just the pressure I think we've been putting on him has been the factor.
James Gaskins, 5'11", 185 pounds up there on that line. Ligori slips.
Oh, pressure by James.
He's got time, throws it to the near side.
Ooh.
And it is,
Big
I guess
stick
it is
on the
incomplete
sideline.
there, yeah.
It was incomplete. Caden came up and made sure he was going to feel it, whether he caught it or not. And James had great pressure off the edge. They switched to a three-man front there, Mike. They went back to their three-man defense, and James just came off the edge. Essentially, it was still a four-man front, but James was the fourth guy and very narrowly missed a sack. But he pressured him, and good job by Caden making the play on the sideline to knock that ball out of the receiver's hand.
Now it's 3rd down and 10, still from their own 28-yard line. Clock stops, 5 minutes left first half. Warriors up 32-0. Ligori with the man behind him, gets the snap, unleashes it, far side, incomplete again.
Yeah, that was
that one was
right at the
Lamb.
sticks too. I mean, they've had a lot of opportunities right there where a ball is either a little bit off target or somebody makes a play on it, and or they're converting those first downs. So it's a game of inches, Mike. I mean, it's so close, and their quarterback is such a good athlete that they're right there with a lot of plays.
Only 5 seconds off the clock. Wahoo, again, running clock wouldn't be in effect till second half, but chance to pretty much guarantee that. They still got 4:54 to do it.
Yep.
Here's the punt. It's a better one
Short
into the
one.
wind, but again, another short one. Takes a Bulldog bounce, though, down to the Warrior 39-yard line, and that's where they take over.
Yeah, good. Pretty good field position to start it out here.
About a 32-yard punt
Yeah.
and decent field positioning for Wahoo here. Again, the Bulldogs, the key there, they were able to take 11 seconds off the clock, John, and as you said, kind of trying to eliminate as much time on this possession. But as we've seen, no matter where the clock's been, it hadn't been long for Wahoo to punch it in so far.
Yeah, but if you want anything, you'd love to have a 4-minute and 40-second drive here.
Yep.
Or a Kip Brigham one player.
Here's Kaminsky with time. And he's brought down at the 28-yard line. A loss. Oh, no, they're started at the 30. Loss of 9.
Yeah, they were looking for Brigham down the sideline there. See if they could catch him on a big play there. So good job just eating it, taking the sack. Don't do anything crazy.
Should be worth noting, John Markson, when in motion, kind of slipped and I think kind of messed that play up there a bit.
Maybe
kinda
threw the
caught
timing off a
Kaminsky.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So now we're backed up a little bit. So now we're probably going to see a little bit of ground game.
Brigham's to the near side here. Put Bordovsky in motion. Brigham gets the handoff. He's across 30, 35, 40, far side.
There we go.
And he's lunging for every yard he can.
Back to the original line at least. We're back to the 40. So it looked like that might have been one of those patented Kip Brigham runs. He's kind of setting it up and ready to hit the Jets, but somebody drug him down there. So 3rd and 10, a manageable situation. Definitely not a 2-down situation because we're not going to go for it on our own side of the field in this situation here. So hopefully we can get some yardage out of this play right here.
3rd and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Same formation again.
There we go. There we go. Caden. Double handoff to Caden Smart down the sideline.
And he's able to juke
baby.
past him.
Shake
Jukes
and
past
bake.
another.
Are you kidding me?
Smart's home. Touchdown Warriors.
If you've ever played Tecmo Bowl, Mike, Caden Smart just turned into Bo Jackson from the Tecmo Bowl game.
Wow.
He gave him a hip, and he took it away. He made about 3 guys miss and took it to the house.
Oh, my.
That was impressive. The double handoff play, which has been sneaky, that's a dirty play. We run that, and it gets people all the time. And it looked like it was just going to be a first down game.
Yeah.
And then he made a guy miss, and he put the brakes on. A guy went by him. He hit the center of the field and just outran some guys. And, wow. That's 2 weeks in a row, Mike, that Caden Smart has had a Sports Center top 10 type of run.
And the kick is good.
That's
3:08
boot.
left, second quarter. It's now. Oh,
That is
that
boot.
must have been under.
Did they call that no good?
Yeah, they called that no good. That must have went under, evidently.
Oh,
Is
he bombed that thing. It
he
was a
bombed
mile in
that
the air,
thing,
but
yeah.
it must have been off to the side. It looked
Interesting.
like it was about to hit the track.
Yeah.
He kicked it so hard.
All right, 38
Well, all right.
nothing still, but I mean, man,
I'll take it.
61 yards to the
That was
house for
insane.
Smart there, and yeah, as you said, the Bo Jackson Tecmo Bowl.
Oh,
shoot
my
there.
gosh. I was having flashbacks to the 90s.
There you go.
Sitting in 750 New Hampshire with the boys playing some Tecmo Bowl.
Yep.
That was insane. Now, it really stinks for everybody listening to us right now. We're freaking out about this run, and they don't know what it is, but if you're watching on NFHS, in a few minutes you're going to see some cool stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So big play by the Warriors, because that 38-0 score, Mike, means the clock is going to tick.
Yep,
And
it's good. Gonna tick
unless
here.
Auburn answers and gets it
Yep.
below 35, it's going to be a really quick second half, because it goes so
Yep.
fast when it only stops for penalties and scores and injuries. I mean, it's really hard to judge, because you're just going to run out of time. I mean, to come back is so tough.
Yeah, well, and that's, again, as Bishop Doomgrad, that's what the great Tim Turman always said about that instance here. You better get a score before halftime, because it's going to be difficult otherwise.
Yeah.
So 3 minutes and 8 seconds, a traditional clock, unless Auburn can find a way to punch one in before half. Another squib kick.
Yep.
Same result as last time. The lineman will fall on at about the 35-yard line.
Here's another thing that's going to come up, and if you're here in the stadium, you know what's going to happen. We have 2 timeouts left.
Yep.
There's 3 minutes left. So if Auburn throws the ball, or if we can get timeouts, Coach Fox will not be afraid to try to stop the clock and get the ball back, because in this situation, when you're in the first half, playoff football, you're all gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
Now, 38-0 is a nice lead, but I guarantee
you can't get comfortable with it.
you
Sean.
can't get comfortable in November ever.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if the ball's in the air, or if they rush the ball, we may use timeouts here.
All right, deep shot down the field. There's a man
he's
on
got
the
a
near
man.
or on the far side. It falls incomplete.
And that was an opportunity right there. He got behind our corner, and if that ball was on target, that was a
Carson
touchdown.
Levine, the
Yeah.
junior, 6'170", was going after that one. Clock does stop. 3 minutes left. Because again, you're still in the first half here, but that's kind of the key here. Is
Yeah.
now Chad Fox. He's starting to kind of think about
Now the
what
clock
does
stopped.
He
He's
wanna
thinking,
do?
what can I do in
Yep.
2.5 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah, he snuck by Landon, and Landon usually doesn't get burnt on that. He must have did a little stop and go or some sort of a route, but he ran right by Landon.
He
and
did.
Sometimes those corners get to peeking in the backfield, Mike, and they're watching the action, and the guy runs by him.
Oh, now
There's a rush.
Now
Now,
Lagori's
here
going
comes
to
the
keep
timeout.
it, and
Yep.
Chad Fox will burn his second timeout with 2:54 left after a pickup of 1.
So now we know we're going to get the ball back. It's just how much time is there going to be on the clock when we get it back. So if they rush the ball on this play, I guarantee you, maybe not. He may want to save that timeout, put it in his pocket. But for sure, we know we're going to get the ball back here at some point around 2 minutes. If we use the timeout and stop them, maybe sooner, maybe more time. But the chess match is happening right now on the sideline. Auburn's probably thinking, what can we do to pull a rabbit out of a hat here? And, is there some trick plays? Do they have a double handoff? Do they have a reverse pass or something? So if you're the back end of Wahoo's defense, you better be dialed in on this play right here.
It'll be 3rd and 9 from the 36-yard line. again, as we've pointed out, Nixon Liguori, 1,000-yard rusher, just really hadn't been able to get anything going on the ground so far tonight.
Yeah, the rush defense. Last week we held Darian Whitaker at about 20 yards, and he's Boys Town's stud.
That's a stud of a quarterback right there.
And he our front seven has been really stout all year and has done a good job of containing gaps, plugging up gaps, and doing their job and not getting beat. And it looks like we're staying in our 30 front here. Thinking about pass.
3rd and 9.
Ooh, Harry on the edge.
Time.
Oh.
He gets by one, throws it near side, incomplete.
Yep. Got the pressure by Harrison Krieger right there, and that forced him to hurry his pass a bit. Had a guy on the sideline. If he'd have caught it, would have gotten a first down. But
Burke Moody was the intended receiver there, John. And as you said, Krieger was able to get some pressure there on Liguori, and he was just able to escape it.
You don't want to get hit by Harry coming off the edge. He's a load. So it changed his angle, and he had to throw kind of on the run with a little bit of pressure coming from behind, and just missed his target.
Here's the punt,
Oh,
and it's a good one.
Oh, he tipped it.
Oh, he tipped it. No
I thought
penalty,
that was going to
no
be a roughing
flag.
call.
Here's the return. It goes to the far side to the 47-yard line. Still no laundry down on the field. They just say he tipped it.
He must have got his fingernail on that ball because he smoked the punter.
Yeah.
And that would have for sure been a first down if he did not tip that ball. So
situational awareness
pretty close there, yeah. But at the same time, he darn near blocked that punt, and that would have been a really big play, too, to get the ball on that side of the 50. But as it is, Kip had a good return, and it looks like we're just about to midfield.
Now, they still got the sticks back, and now they'll move it. And, again, I think everybody's just kind of in shock he was somehow able to get a piece of that one.
Yeah, the ref right away made the hand signal for a tip, so he must have heard the noise or saw the change in the ball's trajectory or something. Because a lot of times punters get that call when they get smoked like that. So,
all right, here we go. It's 1st and 10 from the Warrior 47. Kaminsky alone in the gun here. Pitches it to the near side. Brigham has it. Crosses the 45. Getting drug up to about midfield for a pickup of 3.
Yeah. Things are getting exciting out in Sydney, Mike. It's 15-12, Central City. Sydney has the ball with 3 minutes left in the game on the 20, driving to take the lead. So crazy stuff going on out there in the Panhandle.
Indeed.
And those are two really good teams, really high-powered teams that have been scoring a lot of points and have Central City really has been good all year, and they beat some really good teams to get where they are. So they're a force to be reckoned with, and Sydney has consistently won all year.
All right, here we go.
Here we go,
It
Landon.
is Landon 5.
Oh, jeez.
Gets hit hard at the end of the play. He picks up another
He got smoked
3
by
yards there.
by Nixon Liguori, I mean, two-way guys. Liguori, the quarterback, coming up at strong safety and laid the wood to land and fire right there. But good job, good gain. It's 3rd and manageable.
Yep.
4 or 5 yards. So here we go. So we got 1:20 left in this half. Can we get this first down? I'm probably thinking if we don't get this, Coach Fox might punt it just to pin him deep and eliminate any chances of
Warriors
a
will
big
get
play.
the ball, too. So Kaminsky throws near side. That's caught.
Great throw and catch to Caden Christian right there.
Caden Christian.
Right to the sticks, out of bounds, and
they're
a first
moving
down.
it. Yeah, gets up to the 40, pickup
There
of
we
7.
go. So we're still in business with 1 minute left on the 40-yard line heading in. So can we get something here at the end of the half? And the clock is running. Why is the clock running?
I guess they ruled him. He was down in
He
bounds.
must have been down in bounds. So the ready for play blew.
Yep.
And so the clock's
I
running.
saw the official give the signal there.
So we're in a little bit of a hurry. Not a terrible hurry, but a little bit.
Remember, Warriors will get the ball out of the break here.
Empty set right here.
No harm, no foul. Kaminsky's alone back. He's got some men to the far side. He's going to keep
baby.
this one. He's got a room. He's got
Get out of
one man
bounds.
to beat,
Beautiful.
and he jumps out of bounds at the 25-yard
Yeah.
line, a pickup of 15.
Great decision by Jace. Looks like they were in man coverage, so everybody's guarding the receiver. Nobody's looking at Jace. They blitz a guy. Everybody's taken care of up in the front. He sees a seam, gets down to the 30. Great job by Jace, and he got out of bounds.
Clock stops with 23 seconds left. It won't restart either. Now Chad Fox will send some subs in here for the last couple plays.
One timeout, Mike, so
Yep.
even if you run the ball here and you get tackled in bounds, you're okay. So really the full playbook
Yep.
is available.
Brigham's to the far side of Kaminsky. They'll send a man in motion to the far side. Kaminsky under pressure.
Oh, my
Laterals
gosh.
it. Brigham's got it.
Laterals it over to Brigham, and he's dragging
And
dudes,
he
and he's out of
is-
bounds.
Oh, it's close
Wow.
if he's out of bounds. 13
So,
seconds left.
Kaminsky scrambles straight up the field, turns and throws it to his left, lateral to Brigham on the sideline, and Kip does what Kip does.
Yep.
First and goal at the 9, and he dives and gets out of bounds. And
He
we
might have
used
been
our
down.
last.
He might have been down in
They might have
bounds.
called him in, so they called the
Yeah,
timeout to
with
make sure the
13
clock
seconds
doesn't run.
left.
So this is another situation where I guarantee you either they're going to throw it in the end zone and it's out of bounds or nothing, or they have two plays that they're going to call in the huddle and say, all right, we're going to do this. If
yeah.
it doesn't work, we're going to do this right away.
You got enough time, but you got to be quick.
Yeah.
So
You could run
Yeah.
two pass plays into the end zone without too much trouble. So I'm guessing there's going to be probably a spread out set, doubles, trips, quads, whatever, empty set, empty formation, and give Jace, really for the third play in a row, give him a chance to create or find a receiver in the end zone here, or at least to get out of bounds. So we're on the 9, is that right, Mike? We're on the 9 going in.
We are on the 9-yard line.
We're into
It is
the wind
first
here.
and goal.
Heading to the, I guess, southeast.
Yep.
And what do we have in the playbook for this?
We got Brigham to the far side again. Motion. 2 players move. Brigham switches to the near side. 13 seconds left. Again, another motion to the far side. And they do hand it off to Brigham. Brigham's trying to escape it. Kenny.
Oh,
Now
reversed
he's
his
going to
field.
run backwards.
Oh, boy. Oh, they got him.
And they've got him, and that will end the half.
Threw him down at about the 30-yard line. It looked like Kip was running for the pylon. He put his foot in the ground. He said, I'm going to reverse field, a la Mike Rozier. And they just got a hand on him and pulled him down. So
Interesting end of the first half of play
That'll hurt
here in Wahoo.
Kip's
for
rushing
sure.
total just a tick, but no harm, no foul when you don't turn it over. No
Yep.
big plays. So they didn't score, but that's okay because they did establish a nice lead, 38-0, and the clock will run in the second half, Mike, which is huge because, once again, the number of possessions you will get in the second half, you might get 4 or 5 possessions in the second half, and that just might not be enough.
Yeah. All right, one half is in the books here. Wahoo is on top of Auburn in the Class C1 semifinals, 38-0. You're listening to Wahoo football here on Saunders County Online and KWAB LP-FM.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Rivalry Apparel in Wahoo is excited to celebrate their 5th anniversary the month of October. Stop in to say hi to the Rivalry team or go to rivalryapparel.com now to get your gear for fall sports. Then be on the lookout for winter sports apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Rivalry is open Tuesdays, Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays, Fridays 10 to 5, Saturdays 9 to noon. Call 402-870-0780 for any questions. The team at Rivalry Apparel wants to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs. Bring home happy from the Wahoo DQ. We have a large variety of ice cream cakes for any occasion, made with vanilla and chocolate soft serve and filled with hot fudge and cake crunch. Grab and go cakes are available for last minute parties or call ahead and have one specifically designed for you. We also keep boxes of Dilly and Buster bars, which are great for keeping in your freezer, at home, and snacking on throughout the week. Stop into the Wahoo DQ today for your cake and novelty needs. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street in Wahoo. The outcome of a legal case can have long-lasting ramifications on your finances, quality of life, and community standing. Choosing the right law firm to represent your interests and your rights is of the utmost importance. The law offices of Brome, Lindell, Freeman County, and Gloucester traces its history of providing legal services to residents of eastern Nebraska back to 1893. So give us a call at 402-443-3225 or stop into our office in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Rivalry Apparel in Wahoo is excited to celebrate their 5th anniversary the month of October. Stop in to say hi to the Rivalry team or go to rivalryapparel.com now to get your gear for fall sports. Then be on the lookout for winter sports apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Rivalry is open Tuesdays, Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays, Fridays 10 to 5, Saturdays 9 to noon. Call 402-870-0780 for any questions. The team at Rivalry Apparel wants to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs. Bring home happy from the Wahoo DQ. We have a large variety of ice cream cakes for any occasion, made with vanilla and chocolate soft serve and filled with hot fudge and cake crunch. Grab and go cakes are available for last minute parties or call ahead and have one specifically designed for you. We also keep boxes of Dilly and Buster bars, which are great for keeping in your freezer, at home, and snacking on throughout the week. Stop into the Wahoo DQ today for your cake and novelty needs. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street in Wahoo. The outcome of a legal case can have long-lasting ramifications on your finances, quality of life, and community standing. Choosing the right law firm to represent your interests and your rights is of the utmost importance. The law offices of Brome, Lindell, Freeman County, and Gloucester traces its history of providing legal services to residents of eastern Nebraska back to 1893. So give us a call at 402 443-3225 or stop into our office in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
We welcome you back here to the Wahoo football halftime report. 38-0. The Wahoo Warriors lead the Auburn Bulldogs here at the halftime break. I'm Mike Klein alongside John Herrera. John, boy, oh boy, what a showing on both sides of the ball for the Warriors tonight.
Yeah, it's been wild and it's been woolly. I mean, we had a little dose of Kip right out of the gate. And really, Caden Smart has been a huge factor tonight. He's made some great runs on both ends of the field, had an absolutely insane Tecmo Bowl move over here on the sideline to finish off a play, and had an interception run. I mean, it's been really a dominating effort tonight by the Warriors. And coming into this game, there were a lot of nervous folks because Auburn has been playing really well. They stopped a really good Ashland team last week. They've really only lost one game all season. They've got a great defense, big dudes up front. Their running back and their quarterback are both 1,000-yard guys. So everybody was, kind of waiting to see what are we going to get out of Auburn tonight. And the Warriors have played just about a perfect game. They haven't punted once. They did miss a PAT that got blocked, and then they went for 2, didn't get that. So they're only 3 points really off schedule. They've scored 38 points in the first half, which is an awesome amount of points. And so they've got the running clock. Everything's looking good. Auburn, on the other hand, has had a pretty tough night. They've had some penalties. They've had some turnovers, and things really haven't went their way. But they've showed flashes of that quarterback's playmaking ability and the running back's playmaking ability because that quarterback's got a big arm, and he has had receivers open several times, and either he's been pressured or the receiver's been guarded well, and it just hasn't worked out in their favor.
Yeah, indeed. Great night of football here across the state of Nebraska so far. We've been watching a couple of really good games unfold here behind the scenes here tonight. One game already in that's a final and a pretty surprising upset. Stewart knocking off Hayes Springs 52-20. Stewart is going to play for an 8-man championship next Monday. There you go. And
in D2, I'm gonna honk my hometown's horn a little bit. Yeah. Riverside, which is Spalding Cedar Rapids, gets a 50-20 win over BDS tonight, advancing to the state championship game for the first time since they rattled off 4 straight in 6-man a few years back. And so great job by Spalding Cedar Rapids, in communion there. And then on the other side of that bracket, it's kind of interesting, Mike. You've got the old Humphrey St. Francis is Archangels Catholic, and Central Valley, which is Greeley-Walbeck, Scotia. Now it says that there is a minute left in the second quarter, and it's 38-6 Central Valley. So there's potential, barring a comeback by St. Francis, of a Greeley County state championship. Every town in Greeley County could be playing in the state championship next week. So that's kind of cool.
Indeed.
But, and it looks like Central City is going to pull it off out there in Sydney. It is now 29-12 with a minute left in that game, and it looks to be like the Bison are going to make a trip to Lincoln. And barring a nightmare scenario against the Warriors down in Lincoln next Tuesday. Indeed. And Bishop Newman in the C2 semifinals across town. It's a heck of a night for football in Wahoo, man. Bishop Newman is having a dogfight. They are in the semifinals with Battle Creek 6-0 at halftime. So a big game down there. Looks like Norfolk Catholic up 21-6 in the third quarter over Kearney Catholic there.
Indeed.
So some good playoff football going on tonight, Mike, all around the state.
Only one major upset brewing. Kearney on top of Millard South, 28-7 at halftime.
Wow,
That one kind of catching
that's an
everyone
interesting
off
one.
guard. On the other side of the A bracket, Omaha West Side on top of Omaha North, 26-14 at the half. John mentioned Norfolk Catholic on top of Kearney Catholic. Then in Class B, Seward and Scott going back and forth. Blue Jays lead 21-19 at the half.
Yeah.
And I do not have a score yet on Elkhorn North and
Looks like
Bennington.
Elk North and Bennington are 7-6 at halftime. So really some pretty good games in Class B right there. And, man, Kearney knocks off Millard South. That's humongous because Class A has been relegated to two teams and everybody else for the most part.
Yep.
It's Millard South and West Side.
Yep.
Because with the transferring and people moving around, they've become two powerhouses in the metro area. And that would be a huge upset in Class A.
It would, yes. Again, the halftime score here is Wahoo 38, Auburn nothing. You're listening to the Wahoo Football Halftime Report here on Saunders County Online, KWAB FM in Wahoo, and the second half comes your way after this timeout.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Rivalry Apparel in Wahoo's excited to celebrate their 5th anniversary the month of October. Stop in to say hi to the Rivalry team or go to rivalryapparel.com now to get your gear for fall sports. Then be on the lookout for winter sports apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Rivalry is open Tuesdays, Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays, Fridays 10 to 5, Saturdays 9 to noon. Call 402-870-0780 for any questions. The team at Rivalry Apparel wants to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
At Anchor Insurance, we know your personal life and business needs the right management and insurance to succeed and grow. Give Eric E.J. Hancock a call at 402-858-0557 or stop into his office at 136 East 5th Street in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today for all of your insurance needs. Bring home happy from the Wahoo DQ. We have a large variety of ice cream cakes for any occasion, made with vanilla and chocolate soft serve and filled with hot fudge and cake crunch. Grab-and-go cakes are available for last-minute parties, or call ahead and have one specifically designed for you. We also keep boxes of Dilly and Buster bars, which are great for keeping in your freezer, at home, and snacking on throughout the week. Stop into the Wahoo DQ today for your cake and novelty needs. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street in Wahoo. The outcome of a legal case can have long-lasting ramifications on your finances, quality of life, and community standing. Choosing the right law firm to represent your interests and your rights is of the utmost importance. The law offices of Brome, Lindell, Freeman County, and Gloucester traces its history of providing legal services to residents of eastern Nebraska back to 1893. So give us a call at 402-443-3225 or stop into our office in downtown
Medicine
Wahoo.
Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Rivalry Apparel in Wahoo's excited to celebrate their 5th anniversary the month of October. Stop in to say hi to the Rivalry team or go to rivalryapparel.com now to get your gear for fall sports. Then be on the lookout for winter sports apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Rivalry is open Tuesdays, Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays, Fridays 10 to 5, Saturdays 9 to noon. Call 402-870-0780 for any questions. The team at Rivalry Apparel wants to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
And we welcome you back here inside of the KWAB broadcast booth here inside Wahoo High School. The Wahoo Warriors leading 38-0 here at halftime against the Auburn Bulldogs. Take this time to do our ID. You're listening to Wahoo Football, Saunders County Online, KWAB LP FM 99.3 in Wahoo. Also online, SaundersCountyOnline.com. Again, Mike Klein, John Herrera with you here, start of the second half. And by the way, just one more to add to the out-of-town scoreboard. Omaha and Arizona State just underway in Tempe tonight in the late game in college hockey here. Arizona State, the newcomer to the NCHC this year.
Arizona State hockey. How
That's
about that?
right.
That's
Yep.
a mouthful.
Yep.
That's interesting. Now, they have a franchise do they have a franchise in Arizona in the NHL?
Not anymore, no.
Not anymore.
Nope.
Okay.
So it is rightfully their arena now. Yep.
Is that considered a Big 12 team then, since Arizona State is Big 12? Or is that
no,
a different
they are
conference?
NCHC in hockey. So,
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
So kind of
There
a
we go.
key battle between the two bottom teams in the NCHC and what could be do or die either way. So
Yeah.
keep your eyes peeled on that this weekend as well. Second half, the Warriors will receive to begin play here in half number 2. Kind of the first time we've really seen the Warriors receive here. They got Brigham to the near side. It is a squib kick as well. Oh, and
Ooh.
taken away by one of the
Caught on
linemen
the
at the
fly
26.
by Noah Bedorsky right
and
there.
he's up to the 37, a return of 11 yards there for Bordovsky. And
That's a great play by Noah,
Yeah.
catching that on the fly and getting some really some quick yardage there, all the way out to the 30, 38. That was a nice play.
So now we'll be under the running clock rule here in the second half with the score what it is. So it'll only stop for flags and injuries, kind of similar to that of what's that league called that the Omaha Beef are in now? I forget what the name is, but
Oh, the Arena
League.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and kind of an interesting setup. I mean, it's 38-0, so
Yep.
you hate to you don't want anybody to get hurt. You
Nope.
don't want any craziness at the end of a game that's a little out of hand. So it's hard to say what the lineup will look like after this second half possession.
It's Brigham and Kaminsky out there right now, but
Yeah.
we'll see how much longer that takes effect there. Clock rolls already a minute gone here on one play.
Yeah, and that's really going to be the case. We're going to be in really slow it down mode and let that clock go. And I'm guessing Jace will be not really in complete run the clock out mode, but he's watching that back judge to see when he starts swiping his hand, so they can just churn off clock.
So there's the first down for Brigham that time as he picks up 5 out to the 48-yard line.
And really, in a situation like this, you get a first down, you're like, okay, there's 2 more minutes. It's going to run off the clock.
Yeah, right.
Because no one's in a hurry to get back to the huddle. No one's in a hurry. They're going to use that full.
Yeah, you could get 2
full
minutes
play
off
clock.
of that possession there, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Got a couple backs each way here, lining up in that diamond set. And, it's Brigham there.
A little confusion. The two backs collided there.
And up to the Auburn 49 goes Brigham, a pickup of 3.
Yeah, a little miscommunication in that situation. Somebody didn't pause.
Yep.
On their run with 3 backs in the backfield. That can happen, Mike, with that diamond set.
Sure.
You got 3 dudes back there, and all 3 of them could carry the ball at any time. They're all pretty dangerous runners, and now we've got now we're down to a single back set.
Here's the snap, handoff. Brigham once more.
Brigham, there we
Trying
go.
to juke a couple guys. He picks up the first
Sticks
down.
moving.
Pickup of 9 on that play.
Yep. Nice run by Kip. Kip's trying to make back that yardage from that insanity that happened at the end of the second quarter, trying to get those 20-some yards back he lost on that crazy reverse play.
Yep.
But not really a priority tonight. Tonight it's all about the score being one more than the other guy. So
Yep.
we're looking at churn clock here. And, I mean, look at that thing, Mike. We're down to
Yeah,
under 9
under
minutes
9
left,
minutes
and we've
already.
ran a handful of plays.
Yep.
Move the chains twice.
Yep. There's the 10-second warning, puts the players in motion. Play clock down to 5. Kaminsky under pressure, gets away, rolls near side. Oh!
Close.
No, incomplete.
Oh, very close.
Yes,
It's like
it was
Graham Nutzman on the route there,
Yeah.
Brings up second down.
and he thought he got his hands underneath it.
Yeah,
That
it
would've
was close.
That'd been one for New York to buzz in and look at that
Yeah.
one. We couldn't really see here on the Auburn sideline.
No.
But Graham thought he had it. We'll have to talk about that in homeroom on Monday.
Yeah.
But that would have been I think that would have been Graham's first completion of the year.
Yeah.
Eli Shade has been a big target from the tight end spot.
Certainly he has.
But Graham's sneaking out there to make some plays.
All right, clock under 8 minutes here. Despite the incompletion, back in motion. Brigham powers forward, has one man to beat. He just couldn't quite get around him.
Close.
A pickup of 8 that time.
Now it's 3rd and about 1.
Yep. 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. There we go. So
Yep.
let's.
Third down and 2.
And the reality of it is, this is, if they were to stick us on this play, we would probably run a 4th down play.
Oh yeah,
Just
you
for
could
the
go,
sake of
you could go for it because you
clock
got nothing.
consumption.
Got nothing
and
to lose.
We're on the correct side of the field here. We're on Auburn's 31-yard line, so we want to keep that ball. We don't want to give it to the Bulldogs. We want to keep this thing on our terms.
Handoff again.
And
Brigham
that's going to work.
Got by the first man,
That's
but
about a
he was
15-yarder.
wrapped around. 15-yard gain on the play.
Yep. Down to the 14 of the Bulldogs. Nice play.
Yeah.
Kip hit the Jets, had a nice gap, and off we go. So now
Yeah.
it's 1st and not quite goal. We can actually get another 1st down here
Yep.
inside the 5. So
If that hole, it looks like maybe it's right at the 15, which would be a pickup of 16 there. So good job to get down the field here. But as John said, one more 1st down without scoring. Kaminsky, a little trouble with the snap, but it's
corner
no
route to
problem. Christian,
What a catch!
touchdown Warriors!
Lordy, he mossed that kid. Great job, great throw by Jace. He went up and over the defender from Auburn and caught it over the defender's back and maintained all the way to the ground with the ball. So that was a beautiful catch by Caden Christian. Great throw by Jace, and a score for the Warriors. And that might put the brakes on some varsity playing time.
I would think so. Zaragoza, a little bit of trouble in this part of the stadium tonight. That one missed wide. Oh no, it squeaks through.
See, I thought that one looked
Yeah,
more
that
off
looked
than
wide
the one
than
he
the
kicked
one
to the track.
the one they didn't call good.
Yeah.
So 6:30 left, 3rd quarter. Wahoo, 45. Auburn nothing. And oh, what a dandy of a catch there by Caden
Oh, that was
Christian in the back
beautiful.
corner.
And I mean, if you're being all technical about it, it was probably slightly underthrown by Jace because it was a corner route trying to get to the pylon. But Caden did a great job of coming back and jumping up and high pointing the ball over the top of the Auburn defender. The Auburn defender, I think, was face-to-face with Caden, and he was in great position. But just one of those catches, you just have to take your hat off to the guy who catches it because it was pretty well defended, actually. If Jace would have laid that out to the pylon, Caden would have walked for an easy touchdown. But Caden made an amazing catch right there, and he might have worked himself out of a job making that great catch. But that's a good thing on a night like tonight.
Yeah.
And we'll see. We got the starting kickoff unit out here, and the next thing will be
who trots out on defense here.
There's probably a few backups that are getting excited
it's
right
a
now.
Modified onside kick. I mean,
Yep.
no harm,
Short
no
squibber.
foul with Auburn recovering that. But
I mean, they've done that a bunch this year in a lot of games, and it's not a we want to onside it and run the ball up. It's just we want to just not let you return it because we don't want any big plays, and they're confident in their defense. So giving up that I mean, you could kick it to the 1 and try to tackle them at the 15, but that extra 10 yards with the defense is playing as well as it is tonight, they're not as worried about that as much as potentially a big play on a special team.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, driving towards the northwest. Clock inside of 6 minutes in the third quarter. Here's the snap. It's kept by Ligori, and
some big collisions up there on the line of scrimmage.
Big collision, and it looked like maybe the ball popped out, but Ligori was right there to get back on top of that one. And he picks up a gain of 2.
Yeah, and the opponent next down in Lincoln is going to be Central City, the Bison, with the big win. You could say an upset, but really Central City's been great all year long.
Oh, sure.
So it's not really, when you have a 1-5, really any matchup in the semifinals, there is no such thing.
There's no such thing.
I mean,
as an
everybody
upset,
that gets to the semifinals is a team that can win.
And that's mentioned as well in the C2 bracket: Norfolk Catholic, Kearney Catholic, Newman, and Battle Creek. Holy cow!
Lord!
Ball is out on the play. It was
Iverson.
a hard hit, and the Warriors have got the football. Holy cow! What a hit by Braylon Iverson. Wow.
I'm guessing he's going to give his dad a fist bump on the sideline. Thanks for sending me on that Mike Blitz, because I just destroyed a dude in the backfield and knocked the ball loose, and the Warriors fall on it. Wow, that was a collision.
Whew.
They get an award every week when they do their helmet stickers called a hammer, and I would say that's the hammer right there. And he got a little help from Coach Iverson on the blitz, but nonetheless, hammer time by Braylon Iverson right there.
Here's the snap back. Kaminsky's back out there again. Hit as he throws.
Oh, my God.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Warriors.
That was a surgical fade route.
Wow.
Full sprint. Kip Brigham down the sideline. When he released that ball, the trajectory looked like it was going to go out of bounds out the back of the end zone, but when Kip Brigham's underneath there, he just turned on the jets and caught that thing in a basket. Full sprint. And, wow.
Yeah, wow is right.
That's a crazy play right there. And it looks like I'm not sure if that's the last play for our older guys, but that was definitely an exclamation point.
And Zaragoza, he's got that one. 4:06 left, third quarter. 52-0 Warriors on top. And John, I've just kind of been noticing here that it seems like it goes back to that interception right before half that really kind of changed the momentum of this game entirely, because I'm kind of noticing that Auburn's really not playing with that sense of urgency that you saw in the first half. Yeah, there's so many times when you're a team that's having a good year, or you're not sure how good you are. Yeah. I mean, we found this in 2019. We were winning games, we were kicking people around pretty good, but we were still didn't feel like we were playing that perfect game, that great game. Certainly. It's that whole, can you put your foot on somebody and really just finish them? Yeah. And I think that's kind of what we're trying to do tonight, is we're trying to actually finish a game accelerating instead of coasting into the fourth quarter. Because next week, there is no doubt at the state championship game, that game is going to last 4 full quarters. Oh, there's not going to be any subs in. I mean, no. Central City's a great team. We're a great team. That's going to be a dogfight. Yeah. And so these kids out here have to be able to play a 4-quarter game and keep that mindset, keep that foot on the accelerator for 4 quarters. There goes booted that one. Squibber. Spilled it at the 5. I think that's Ligori. Harrison Krieger comes up huge and puts it into that. It's a 5-yard return. Surely that's a 15. Do we have a flag down there at the end? No. Somebody got shoved pretty good, but the ref kind of kept it in the pocket. He didn't throw it. Could have been a 15-yard penalty for an after the play, but that's okay. It's all right. So first and 10 Bulldogs at their own 10-yard line. What's that? A flag stops the clock. There you go. Well, that's true. We found out that if there's a penalty, the clock stops. Yes. So he doesn't want to stop the clock either. No. Everybody, Mike, everybody wants to get home to watch the Tyson fight. That's true. I mean, that's true. I would too. I could sit here for 8 hours and watch us play high school football, but there's a Tyson fight tonight. There is. Everybody's going to hustle home and watch Mike Tyson knock out some 27-year-old dude. All right, here's the snap back. Ligori
long
down the
fade.
near side. He's got a man. Catches.
Oh.
Just about a yard overthrown.
And
The intended
that's- yep.
receiver was the tight end
86.
there. That
Looks like
was
Burke
Moody.
And he had Josh Fox guard him. Looks like we got some of the younger crew in there. And Josh was running with him, but he did have a step on
Yeah.
Josh. And if that ball was pretty well thrown, actually. So if he makes that completion,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that could be a problem.
Well, and the thing there is that Fox, he got
happened to
around him
Kip?
with the size, but also the speed is what made him keep up with
Yeah.
that so well. Here's the second down play.
Sprint
Ligori
option.
rolling and lit
Great
up
play
big,
on
about a yard
the
behind the
edge.
line of scrimmage.
Sprint option, and Logan Kelly came up and made the stop right there on the perimeter. Great job by Logan. Another homeroom guy right there, Logan right there. Great job coming up from the safety spot, and he's done a really good job. There's a lot of kids on this team, Mike, that in a lot of other places they'd be starters.
Certainly.
I mean, a guy like Logan's one. You know, guys like Josh Fox, guys like James Gaskins has started off and on this year. A lot of those guys that play sometimes and sub in or play a lot this year because of the second halves we've had, they really would be frontline guys on a lot of teams.
Yeah. Ligori rolling near side.
James with the pressure.
There's pressure.
Oh.
He escapes. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. Once again, it was Moody on the intended reception.
Pressure,
90
yeah.
seconds left, third quarter, and it's fourth down. Bulldogs at their own 10.
Pressure by James right there. Almost, I mean, he was rolling out into safety territory right there. He was in the end zone. James just about got him. Big Carter Brubbitz on the inside. He was pressuring the quarterback, and it looks like it's punting time. So we got a couple of young dudes. It looks like we got Cal Baps back there and number 29, Evan Reynolds, going to get a chance to return the ball here. Calvin Baps is another guy, Mike. He's a junior.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
High snap. Fortunately, they are able to recover, and the Warriors just let this one roll out of bounds
Yep, there we
about
go.
their own for the Bulldog 45-yard line.
So it looks like we'll see a little AB, Mr. Borchers, running the offense here for the Warriors, I'm guessing. Some young guys are coming in on the line,
Yep.
and we're going to let the young kids finish this thing out.
Let's see here if the referees will elect to take this to the quarter or if they will put the ball in play. There will be one play, about a 6-second differential between the play and game clock. And it looks like the Warriors will just run this and take this to the quarter. Bordovsky is the new back here. And I don't think that's Kaminsky out there anymore,
No,
John.
that's Borchers there.
Okay, Borchers, hands off, Bordovsky. And,
Oh, geez.
Bordovsky, look out!
Noah hits
oh,
the Jets.
Man, he ran out of bounds.
Yep.
And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. The Warriors all over this one. They lead it 52-0 through 3 quarters of play. 1 quarter to go in the Class C1 semifinals. You're listening to Wahoo football here on Saunders County Online and KWAB FM.
Bring home happy from the Wahoo DQ. We have a large variety of ice cream cakes for any occasion, made with vanilla and chocolate soft serve and filled with hot fudge and cake crunch. Grab and go cakes are available for last minute parties or call ahead and have one specifically designed for you. We also keep boxes of Dilly and Buster bars, which are great for keeping in your freezer, at home, and snacking on throughout the week. Stop into the Wahoo DQ today for your cake and novelty needs. The Wahoo DQ is located at 1122 North Chestnut Street in Wahoo. The outcome of a legal case can have long-lasting ramifications on your finances, quality of life, and community standing. Choosing the right law firm to represent your interests and your rights is of the utmost importance. The law offices of Brome, Lindell, Freeman County, and Gloucester traces its history of providing legal services to residents of eastern Nebraska back to 1893. So give us a call at 402-443-3225 or stop into our office in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today.
We welcome you back here on KWAB-FM and Saunders County Online. Start of the fourth quarter, 52-0 Wahoo on top of Auburn. Mike Klein alongside John Herrera. Borchers the new quarterback, Bordovsky the new back, and a whole bunch up there on the new receivers. Borchers gets the snap. He gives it to Bordowski. Got tripped
Ooh,
in the process.
nice
Bordowski's
run.
got some room
Noah.
inside the pylon. Touchdown, Warriors.
Little counter step from Noah right there, and he hits the Jets and just outruns everybody. He's going to run through arm tackles, and he's going to run by guys in the secondary, and that's probably the end of the night for the senior Brodowski. But a great night for him, really. Everybody running the ball did really well tonight. All three of our backs had pretty good nights. So with pretty much 12 minutes, 7 seconds into the fourth quarter, we're sitting at 58.
Wow. I mean, just.
And
here's the extra point, and the kick is good.
There we go.
11:53 left in regulation. Wahoo on top of Auburn.
Kane Har with
59
that
to
PAT right there. Got the young guy, got the whole young special teams out there. So the JV field goal unit with Kane Har kicking. Put her in there.
Well, 11:53 left in regulation, John. I'm kind of surprised right now. I mean, I knew that this could be another really good game for the Wahoo offense, but boy,
I saw this game being a 10, 14 point.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
At most outcome type of game, because a year ago, like I say, we saw Broken Bow come in here and do a possession game, do a physical running game, but between some turnovers and some big plays, Wahoo has just really capitalized on every opportunity they've had tonight. Whether it was, things that Auburn did with the turnover or just big plays. I mean, Kip and Caden and Noah and Caden Kristen, those guys have really just shined tonight.
Indeed. Approaching the boot, and that one's going to go out of bounds. And should go to the 35, right, John?
Yeah, I believe so, yep. And like I say, we got all the young dudes out there, so they're not as proficient as Emilio is at that magical little squib kick. They're trying to kick it into the end zone. And they're all fired up to be out there. I mean, you got Hugo out there. You got all these young guys. You got the other Krieger brother.
Yep.
Jack.
Yep, Jack Krieger's
You got
out there.
Josh over here playing corner. You got Logan and AB at the safeties. You really have two guys playing safety right now that are varsity level starter type dudes.
Absolutely.
But because of just the sheer depth that we have.
Oh, certainly.
You've got a lot of competitive fire and a lot of really good players. And so our two deep is pretty solid in a lot of spots. So that's what's enabled us to have the year we've had. And so at the end of games like this, you look out there and you go like, wow, why is he still out there? And that's because he's a good player and the guy in front of him is a really good player.
Handoff here goes for about 3.5 yards. We'll bring up second down and about 6 to go.
And this is where we've had this happen a few times this year where the varsity has pitched a shutout.
Yep.
And now all those guys are on the sideline and they're hooping and hollering, trying to fire up their teammates to keep that shutout. They're trying to keep those young guys dialed in. And those young guys want no part of giving up any points.
And there's nothing better than throwing a shutout in the semifinal round.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah. And just the idea that, hey, I played in the semifinal game.
Yep. Lagori keeps this one, and he's right at the line to gain. They're going to give it to him by a full yard. And first down, Auburn.
And I wasn't sure if the scoreboard was on fire because of all these points scored, but the sound system started smoking up here in the press box, so they had to unplug one of the amplifiers because it smells like the toaster's about to burn the kitchen down up here. But the scoreboard has been lit up pretty good tonight, Mike. So here we go with these young guys. They got a first down, so now let's see if we can get a stop here at midfield.
1st and 10 from their own 45. Lagori hands this one off.
There we go.
To Liam, and
DJ
he is brought down after a gain of 2. DJ Ohm there to line him up there.
And Hugo Portugal, black belt in combat Hapkido, I found out today.
Oh, cool.
Just made the stop over there on the left side for a gain of about 2, but good job by the young guys. A nice play coming up and being physical right there. You got Jack Krieger over on the edge there. good job by the young defensive line.
2nd down and 8 for the Bulldogs at their own 47. Line to gain is the Wahoo 45. Clock rolls, 9.5 left in regulation. Both teams still with all timeouts available, although certainly it's looking like both teams slowing it down here, letting this clock roll a bit. Snap. And there's a reception on the near side to Brenton Wetzel. Pick up there of another 4 yards or so.
Quick kind of a back shoulder route right there. Quick tackle by Josh Fox right there. Inbounds, which is good. Of course, it doesn't matter if it's inbounds at this point. Unless somebody gets hurt or scores, they're not stopping that clock. So the whole get out of bounds thing doesn't really apply right now.
3rd down and 3. They'll give him the extra yard to pick up a 5 there. Inside of 9 minutes to go in regulation now. Again, they'll keep this. Looks like they're content to keep this on the ground. Receiver in motion to the far side. This one's handed off, and that's Burke again. He's got another first down up to the Wahoo 43-yard line. Pick up a 5.
Tackle by Owen States over there. Owen getting in on the action there. And that clock just continues to tick.
Yep. 8:20 left in regulation now.
And a fast-moving game, Mike, with all the running attack and stuff like that. And with this running clock, I mean, it's not even 9 o'clock
it's
yet.
Not even 9 o'clock yet.
It's been a fast second half. Hopefully our young Warriors out there can stiffen up and stop the Bulldogs here.
This one's taken on the ground. I think that's Burke again. He's got some
Cal.
room on the near side. And he's pushed out of bounds at the Warrior 18, and now a flag comes in at the end of this play.
I see something at about the 25.
Yep.
What do we
The
got for a penalty
24-yard
there?
line here. It was
Nice
very
game.
late, but it was about 6 yards behind where the play ended.
Big gain by the Bulldogs there.
See if it stands.
Blindside block.
Blindside block.
Yep.
That's going to erase that play.
Yeah. Sometimes you get a big play like that and frustrations boil over and somebody tees off on somebody behind the play, and that used to be a big crowd pleaser back in the day.
Oh,
but
yeah.
now,
No, not so much.
we're a little more sensitive these days, Mike. You can't just hit a guy. I mean, it is football, but you just can't hit a guy if he doesn't know it's coming. So I'm not really a fan of the taking away of that physical nature, but it's a lot about player safety, and if you get blindsided, you could hurt a guy pretty good if he doesn't know it's coming. So that's my plug for player safety. I'm done with that. So let's get back to the Hinton, Mike.
About half the distance they're taken away on that I formation, and we got
false start on our left tackle
here.
there.
Left tackle Landon Krause, the guilty party that time.
And they had to go and stop the clock again. 2 penalties in a row, Mike. Let's just roll that thing. All right, here we go, boys.
First and 15,
Let's play football
7:30 left in regulation. Clock
and that
continues to roll.
really bails our young guys out because that was a huge gain that they got on that play. That was about a 30-yard difference between the gain they made and then that blindside block, and then they have
that cost them 15.
false start. So it's 1st and 15 from way back at almost the 40-yard line. Looks like we got a pass right here.
Here's an option.
Nope.
And Ligori
tripped
up at the 35.
Open field tackle by Logan Kelly right there. That could have been a big gain because he is deadly out in space right there. And Logan came up, did a nice job wrapping up the legs and bringing him down. They pinned Landon Glock in on that top side. They blocked down on him, and so he lost contain over there, and Logan just came up and filled the alley and did a nice job. We're down to about 6:40 on the clock here, so everybody's just kind of
content to let this one
to
roll
let her
and just
go.
Whatever happens, happens. But again, the key here, Wahoo's the subs in, trying to hold the shutout. Ligori gets the snap, has time, far side. It's caught. Look at that move there on the far side of the field.
The corner made a jump to try to maybe get a pick or something. And then we had a missed tackle on the sideline. Good move by the receiver. spins out and gets down to the 5-yard line.
Brenton Wetzel
It's a nice play by
turned
that
on the
receiver.
spinorama, and boy, that's a 25-yard gain right there. First and goal from the 5.
And those young guys are being aggressive out there. They're trying to go for the ball, and it just you made a play on it, and as soon as he made that completion, there was nobody there to tackle him. Made one missed tackle on the safety, and he was down the sideline.
Ligori keeps this one, and he is
there we go.
stopped at the
Good
4.
job. Front 7 buckled down right there. Loss of a yard or 2 there on that. That was a nice play by the boys up front.
Yeah, he got the 1 yard, but yeah, he was brought down hard. Second and goal from the 4 now.
And really, the guys out there right now are our Monday night crew for the most part, the JV guys, and they had a really good year. I think they maybe lost 1 game, Mike. They had a really good season, and so there's excitement about these young guys too.
Handoff, and Burke squeezes in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yep. There we go. Gave them up. But, hey, there's worse things in the world.
Oh, certainly.
You know, and you're not going to hold a guy like Galizia and Ligori all night. I mean, at some point they're just going to get what they're going to get. They're just too good of players. So they just made a good play there, and no one's going to sleep poorly tonight because of a 59-6 score in the fourth quarter.
All right. Ooh, okay, yeah, I was going to say, is he going to drop kick this here?
Yeah, they ran a guy in. One of their linemen is their kicker, and he can boot the thing. He's got a big leg.
And the kick is...
Looks good.
Good, yeah.
Big 72 kicking the ball right there.
Yeah, kick is good. Courtesy of Cameron Becker.
Yeah.
5 minutes left in regulation. Wahoo 59, Auburn 7, and a couple of really good plays there by Auburn down that far sideline.
Really, the play that got the blindside block was a nice play. They had a nice gain on that, and then that throw and catch, good run by the receiver there to get down to the goal line. And then, like I say, you're not going to stop Ligori or Galizia on the goal line. At some point, they're going to get what they're going to get. Now, I would like to think if our older guys were in there, they wouldn't get what they were going to get. But
certainly.
That's a different deal. You got those young guys out there fighting, and that's tough. You go in, you're a guy that's used to playing on Monday night versus sophomore and juniors, and all of a sudden you see Brent Galizia coming at you or Nixon Lagora. Those are dudes, and so all of a sudden tackling those guys is a little different than tackling your fellow sophomores and juniors. So good job, got on the board, and now let's see what we get here. I don't know if there's going to be a short kick here, but it looks like we have our hands grouping out there.
Mm-hmm.
The
only one back deep, so yeah, I wonder if they are maybe suspecting here.
And it's a lot of young guys out there, so it's kind of our younger hands group, our JV hands team. But they're ready to go.
Yep.
They're well coached. They know block for somebody or get on the ball.
And it is an onside, and it is recovered by the Warriors right at midfield.
Okay.
And that's where they take over here. Clock rolls, 4:50 left in regulation time here.
So you'd like to think we could, if we get a first down right here, we could just kind of call this one quits. But
you'd need a couple plays in there.
You're gonna have to get a first down here with the young guys.
Yeah.
So let's get out there and see if the young guys can make some plays here.
Sure.
So we're probably going to have a different tailback. I really doubt Noah's coming back out. Probably one of the only varsity guys. I see Carter Brubbets, who subs a little bit on varsity. Otherwise, it's all pretty young dudes.
Definitely a size difference on the line there.
We got AB at quarterback.
Borchers, can't quite see the back there just
yet. I
yet.
think it's 29, which is Evan Reynolds.
And that's who it is.
Yep.
No gain there.
Yep.
So
the clock ticks away, Mike, on really a pretty amazing season for the Warriors. Everybody wants to play the 13th game, and it looks like that's going to happen for
Wahoo.
for the third time in Wahoo history. We'll be and back-to-back, which is pretty unprecedented.
Yeah.
Definitely unprecedented for Wahoo to make back-to-back state titles. back in 17, 18, and 19, we went semi championship, which was pretty similar. We lost to the state champion both times. In a really good Norfolk Catholic team and a really crazy good Aurora team with Baylor Shireman at quarterback. And then we beat Pierce 38-0 in the finals, which was pretty good.
Yeah, and it was kind of expected. When I was down in Lincoln last year, kind of after that Wahoo game, I went down to watch that Norfolk Catholic game, and there were talks then, like with KHUB and all of those stations, they were kind of suspecting that both Boone Central and Wahoo were going to be, and Boone Central dropped to C2, of course, but they were both going to be right there again. Boone Central getting upset by Raymond, but there was no question about it. The Wahoo could have a shot.
Yeah, Boone had a good year. Boy, they had a team last year. They were so big, and they were really good. And then they dropped to C2. I thought, wow, that's not fair. But C2 is a loaded class.
It is.
You got Newman, you got Norfolk Catholic, Battle Creek. I mean, those are strong teams. And Kearney Catholic, all those were former C1 teams at one point recently here. So, 10 years ago, that was a C1 playoff matchup, all those teams. So, as schools change and populations shift around and C1 and C2, there's all those teams are kind of in flux a little bit. And so you end up with a really tough C2 classification. C1, a lot of the usual players are in there, But, these teams that we're seeing tonight, Sidney, Shadron, Wahoo, Central City, Auburn, Ashland, they're perennial C1 powerhouses. So it's a great day, great night to be a Warrior right now, and it does look like the road to Lincoln is heading right down Highway 92 and Highway 77 South. So Central City and Wahoo will be a dynamic matchup next week, and we are oh wow, it looks like Newman may have won the game right there. Wow. 6-0 final score over Battle Creek. Unbelievable game.
How exciting.
Unbelievable game.
Here's the snap. Borchers throws incomplete. Doesn't really matter.
So, like we said, if you're interested in finding a town with nothing going on, come to Wahoo.
Next Tuesday between
a week from
10 a.m. and 2:30 p.m.
Yeah, 10 a.m. to about 6. There won't be anybody here. It's hard to say what the school situation will be. If we'll go till 1 o'clock, a lot of kids will probably want to go down and watch Bishop Newman play because, everybody in this town knows everybody. And it would be fun to go down and watch Connor Booth and the boys battle for a title with Norfolk Catholic. The only game Newman has lost this year is Norfolk Catholic, and it was a close battle.
Yeah.
Coach Beller's got it going on up there.
Yeah, he does.
Read nicely. Here we go.
Oh, boy, look, he's got some room, and he is thrown down at the 29-yard line.
Double
and
handoff.
Offense not done yet. They're still going.
The double handoff is a sneaky. It is crazy, that play, because you get counter option or counter action going to the left, double handoff. It all comes back to the right. So if you're all excited and you're flowing to the ball, all of a sudden things are going the other way, and it's like, what happened? And you see Reed nicely running down the sideline for about a 15-yard gain. And there's a minute left in this game, so we have pretty much put this thing in the refrigerator, and we are going to be 12-0 heading to Lincoln. It's a wonderful thing.
And that's going to do it, John.
That might do it.
Yeah, it's going to be close here. They'll make them run one more play or not.
I don't think anybody's in a hurry to start their play clock. And by the time they get ready for play,
and that is it.
We will walk off this field with a semifinal, a resounding 59-7 statement win by Coach Fox, Coach Iverson, and the Warriors. Great day to be a Warrior and a great day to be a Cavalier, Mike. You're a Cav guy.
Yeah.
You're a Bishop Newman graduate, so what a great time to be a Wahoo football fan from both schools. It's a great time. It's wonderful. It's you can't script it out any better after that heartbreaking loss in the finals last year. It feels good to get a chance to go back and take care of some unfinished business in Lincoln because those kids They lift the weights all year. They work out. They go to camps for this moment right now. I mean,
Indeed.
There's
What a
just no
moment.
better feeling. And where would you rather be, Mike,
Yeah.
than at high school football game in November, announcing a win, a Warrior win, a Cavalier win, whatever.
Certainly.
And now we've got C1 and C2. The road to Lincoln goes right through Wahoo. North Fork Catholic's going to drive right through Wahoo to get
Indeed.
to Lincoln.
That's right.
And Central City just might as well. They might avoid us. They might go to the interstate. I don't know. But anyway, it's a great night. And for those seniors that got to play their last game on the field right here, it gets no better. It is fantastic.
Yep. So Wahoo, they will face Central City next Tuesday. That's a 10 a.m. kick in Lincoln. You can watch it NET. You'll also be able to listen here on 99.3 FM, KWAB, also Saunders County Online. And then at 2:30 on Tuesday, Bishop Newman and Norfolk Catholic in the Class C2 final. You'll listen to our good friends Wahoo Sports Online. Kevin Stewart and Matt Rezach will have the call for you there. And you can also watch that one on NET as well. John Herrera, I got to find a way to get next Tuesday off, man. I got to find a way to go down there. That is just, what an amazing night for these young gentlemen here from both these schools.
Absolutely.
Very well deserving. I know Bishop Newman kind of coming out of nowhere, but such a well-deserved season, and now you get to finish it on the ultimate turf, your final destination of Lincoln.
Gets no better than play week 13, Mike.
That's right.
Everybody wants to do it. Whether you win this game by 1 point or you win it by 52, which was sweet.
Yep.
You're sending everybody a statement that says, you know what, Wahoo's coming to play.
Indeed.
And it'll be an interesting week because Central City's a very powerful offense. They got a big line. They got skill players. They got athletes everywhere. And so do we.
Indeed.
I mean, it's going to be a great matchup. I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of film getting watched over the next 48 hours by Coach Fox, Coach Iverson, and the staff. But tonight you have a pop and you celebrate and you go watch Mike Tyson fight and
That's
you hang
right.
out and you enjoy the night, you celebrate, but the work starts tomorrow because there's unfinished business in Wahoo. And it's time to go bring a couple of trophies home to the city of Wahoo.
It is. John Herrera, we thank you for your coverage this year here on Saunders County Online, KWAB FM. And one more game next Tuesday, 10 a.m. kick in Lincoln. We thank everybody for watching. We're going to send you back to regular programming on KWAB. John Herrera, Kelly Johnson, our entire crew here at Saunders County Online. I'm Mike Klein. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your Friday evening.